and TikTok.
Snap and TikTok settled before the trial. More from CBS's Jolene Kent.
This is a trial where Mark Zuckerberg himself, the founder of Facebook, the CEO of Meta, was forced to testify and take the stand. We were in the room that day when that happened, and he was directly addressing the jury, trying to make the case that there was never any intention.
The decision came after more than 40 hours of deliberation across 9 days and more than a month since jurors heard opening statements in the trial. CBS News Special Report, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
67 degrees in Atlanta, trending warmer tomorrow. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A South Fulton police officer is behind bars this afternoon after he's accused of sexually assaulting a woman he arrested.
Investigators say Officer Michael Sheely Cochran turned off his body camera before the alleged assault. At the time, officers were responding to a domestic dispute call involving the victim. Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Alexander explains in-car technology proved critical in the investigation.
The GPS data is built into it, so we know that he took her off track of where he should have been and stopped for a period of time and started the route again.
Cochran is in the Fulton County Jail. At South Fulton Police Headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
DeKalb County police are investigating after a child is found shot to death at a home on Loveless Drive in Ellenwood. The 7-year-old boy is identified by the medical examiner as Anthony Jones III. It appears the boy accidentally shot himself. Investigators are trying to determine how he got the gun. After a Supreme Court ruling, a federal appeals court in Atlanta takes a new look today at an FBI drug raid at the wrong house.
An FBI agent used his personal GPS, which he's now thrown away, to arrest a suspect on Landau Lane, yet agents held a family at gunpoint in a Denville Trace home on the other side of the street. As government attorney Lawrence Ross argued, 11th Circuit Judge Adalberto Jordan pushed back.
Where he was in front of plaintiff's home, not the target home. He looks up.
So the GPS device, according to him, malfunctioned by a block.
300 feet.
A block.
Homeowner Trina Martin says her fight's taking a mental toll, but it's worth it to help others.
They're being held accountable, rightfully so, and I feel optimistic.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The man accused of stealing unreleased Beyonce music here in Atlanta says no to a plea deal. Kelvin Evans tells a judge, I'm ready to go to trial right now. A trial date is set for September. Evans is accused of breaking into an SUV rented by Beyonce's choreographer and one of her dancers while they were in town for a July concert. He allegedly stole numerous items, including jump drives containing unreleased music. It is now 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Well, we're watching that rush hour volume definitely start to fill in on the west side perimeter, Bill, heading into the work zone, 285 southbound, the outer loop. You're slowing from South Cobb Drive down to I-20. The northbound inner loop also getting a little crowded from Cascade Road up to Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Construction still active in Cobb, where only a right lane's getting by on the east-west connector westbound at Cooper Lake Road. Delays almost stretch back to South Cobb Drive. Might want to use South Cobb Drive or Hollowell Parkway, Highway 78. That becomes Veterans Memorial Highway as an alternate. And if you're traveling into downtown, and that's getting slow as well, 75-85 southbound, seeing the brake lights from 17th Street almost all the way down to I-20. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clouds moving out, sunshine for the ride home today, high near 70, lows tonight in the upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, sunny skies and trending warmer with a high of 78. Will land in the mid-80s by Friday.
Right now, it's 63 in Marietta, 64 in Stockbridge, and 64 in Duluth. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour one of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Surrounded by my friends, the Doctrinaires. I mean, I consider them friends. You would have to interview them individually to find out their point of view. But from my point of view, we are friends and colleagues. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. And yet another day that we can get together and try to figure out just exactly what the hell is going on in this world. Now, are we going to figure that out? Spoiler alert. By 7 p.m., probably not. But isn't it, I hear a lot, the kids will say things like it's the journey. not the destination. So I don't think I have the brain power or the wherewithal to really understand what's good. I mean, I could tell you what I really, truth serum, whatever. But, I think if you want to have a good show that goes on for a long time, you upset people in bunches, just a little bit at a time. You don't want to just go nuclear, just poof.
Nuclear is off the table.
Nuclear is off the table.
Good.
What about tactical?
I'm not really just going to come out and say what I really think. Although I guess it's enough for me to say, I don't think the 25th Amendment is off the table. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And the way I've taught myself to think over the years is not to spend too much time endeavoring to make things happen that aren't going to happen. I'm just saying I don't think it would be the most outrageous thing that's ever happened. But you'd need J.D. Vance. He doesn't even show half a spine in the best of times. So he's not good. So that's off the table, along with nukes for me. Off the table.
No tactical nukes?
No tactical nukes.
It might end the war quicker, I don't know.
Listen, there's still nukes, and we don't want to. So, and now we've got, Israel has their own things that they want to get done. And here's the reason I go into 25th Amendment is we're not supposed to surprise. I believe, and I want somebody to prove me wrong on this, that when Trump wrote that Truth Social over the weekend, giving Iran 48 hours, I believe that our military leaders were just as surprised as Iran and found out at the same time. So that kind of thing, and just surprising everybody with everything, that's enough right there. But I have this audio. We're just going to try to figure out. Because, listen, it's quite obvious to me that I'm not as smart as anyone who's in Core MAGA, because they seem to understand all of this. There's no trouble understanding exactly what's going on. This guy Trump 100% wins at everything he does, and this is something that he did, so 100% he must be winning. And by the way, that's what he's telling us. And he's also told us not to listen to any news outlets because they're all fake. So because I'm not smart enough to be in that crowd, we just have to go over whatever the evidence is of the day and try to figure it out. And I will be, it may seem unfair, but I'm going to be sticking to definitions of words that have been understood to define these words forever. That's the one thing I'm not going to give the president, wiggle room. Maybe he doesn't mean, maybe the word done has a different definition to him than it does to me. I could give him that latitude. I'm going to choose not to. I'm going to have to be, I'm going to have to insist that words are still defined in the same way that they've always been defined up to this confrontation. So in this one where basically it's done, it's over. It's just the people in the media don't seem to understand that.
I don't like to say this. We've won this. This war has been won. The only one that likes to keep it going is the fake news. I mean, the New York Times, you read the New York Times, it's like we're not winning a war where they have no Navy and they have no Air Force and they have no nothing. And we literally have planes flying over Tehran and other parts of their country. They can't do a thing about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. Most people, I believe, when they hear a president throughout history tell them that the war is done, that would be talking about something that is now in the rear view mirror. In other words, maybe, it takes a while to get out, but the trajectory is troops leaving the area. That's again, am I not giving enough leeway here? Perhaps because to me the word "done" has a definition.
Well, you're done with dinner.
Are
you done?
Yeah, you got to put the dishes away.
He did say one.
Well, I'm not saying you don't have to put the dishes away, but you're not taking the dishes out. If you're done with dinner, you're not starting to prepare and saute things, right?
I'm not ordering
I'm not
groceries.
Right. Now, it may be that you need to clean up. And like I say, people understand. The president says the war is done. That doesn't mean every soldier and everybody is out. But the trajectory of which way these things are going, Are we moving stuff toward the area for backup?
We have to protect the peace.
Well, and it takes a lot to protect the peace, apparently.
Right. He did say one, not done. So I wonder if maybe that's the context there. I'll play it again. Listen.
Yeah, one means done.
It should.
One means
but
done.
He didn't
if
say
the war is won, I'm
I
sorry.
won this game.
I'm
that
sorry.
means the game is over.
Yeah,
I agree.
I messed that. I did mess that up in presentation. If you say what I should have said is when you say we've won, that means we're done. And done has most people don't think of we won the war, so now we need to chastise our allies for not helping us continue on with the war because the war has been won. So let's just start saying that things that sound crazy. Sometimes it could be that I'm just not smart enough to understand. Maybe it just sounds crazy to me because of my small mind. It's a possibility. But I have always thought of we won as the game is over, meaning that we're done. Let's hear it again.
I don't like to say
Oh, by the way,
this.
stop. And remember, it's just, so why is he saying these things? And I have a very sort of negative kind of outlook on that, which is speculation, of course, because I cannot foresee the future. I can only speculate. But it seems to me that when he speaks now, he's speaking to only one group of people. Core MAGA. The 100%ers. And my negative thing is he wants to be able to say that the outcome in November is not legitimate. And he wants all of his people to say, well, of course it's not legitimate. The American people have been in love with this Iranian operation since the very beginning. The president has been telling me that president actually says, my poll numbers have never been better. Since you first saw me at the top of the escalator, right now, late March 2026, he's telling his people, our poll numbers have never been better. Now, that seems ridiculous, unless your idea is, I need some group of Americans, when I say, there's no way we lost the House and the Senate, to go, well, he's right. I mean, his poll numbers have never been better. This whole thing of, it's fake news to not say that the Iranian military operation is anything other than 100% successful. What's he doing? He's telling his core group, don't even read it. Don't even look at that nonsense. We've got air superiority. The fact that Iran is 2 weeks away from bringing on a global recession through their control of the Strait of Hormuz, that's not within the bounds of whether you decide whether or not this is successful. So from Trump's point of view, we're 100% successful and there's a global recession. These two things can happen at the same time. So he doesn't seem to understand what, just having an advantage in the air. If you say, oh, we have an advantage in the air, we have an advantage in the sea, we have an advantage whatever, it doesn't matter if there's one thing they have and the whole world knows if they continue to do this for a couple more weeks, it's quite possible the entire globe slides into recession. That means you got an ace up your sleeve at the very least, and the other stuff doesn't matter. And of course, most people know this. So why is he saying these things? And people are scratching their heads. And for me, the only thing that I can figure out is when he speaks now, he speaks to one audience. Not MAGA writ large, because you could put Megyn and Tucker in there, right? Core MAGA. What's core MAGA? Core MAGA is a person who will say, theoretically, would say, I agree with everything the president is going to say next Wednesday at 3 p.m. I don't even have to hear it. I can tell you now that whatever the president states next Wednesday at 3 p.m., I believe it 100%. That's core MAGA. And it seems to me that's the only audience he's speaking to.
That would explain the highest poll numbers ever. Because remember, last week we played the audio of 100% MAGA support.
But
polling.
again, that was a silly thing.
Right.
Although he did walk out. Now, again, let's go back over that. The idea that that MAGA still supports Trump 100%, is a silly kind of thing to report. The fact that you are still in MAGA means that you support Trump. The idea of finding people in MAGA, and this is right, this is what the Megyn Kellys and the Tuckers and the Marjorie Taylor Greens have found out from the man himself, who a few weeks ago said, I'm MAGA. I decide what MAGA is. So if that's true, once you disagree, sorry, Tucker, you're out. Sorry, Marjorie, you're out. Sorry, Megyn, you're out. So he's only talking to those who are still core MAGA. Core MAGA believes everything that he says. So why is he telling them these things that aren't true? They're just not true. His poll numbers are not the best they've ever been. Far from it. But he's telling them, if you hear it from a news outlet that that's not true, that's fake, and you shouldn't even look at it. And why would that be? My negative speculation is I need some group of Americans to get behind me when I say, how could we have lost both houses of Congress? If they do. I mean, the House is pretty much gone. Senate's still out there, but closer to losing than it was, say, 6 months ago, if you go by the polling. So with that, let's, again, and that 100% poll with MAGA, he did come out the next day in one of those scrums with the press, and he never said amongst MAGA. He came out and said, I can't believe CNN had the gumption or whatever to report that I'm at 100%. 100%. He said, he didn't say with MAGA, which is what exactly the poll itself was.
Right.
He said, oh, yeah, but I can't, I'm 100%.
I'm telling a half-truth.
It's 100%. And so that's what, we're being set up for something. We're being set up for something. I mean, this, whatever his ideas about November, TSA could be paid tomorrow, but for this Save America Act thing. And also, the Democrats are playing games now. Both parties have been playing games. Because I feel like the GOP put something out there, and now the Democrats are pushing back on it, right? When in reality, the Democrats, and the Republicans do this too, it's just right now the Democrats think they're winning on it, is that the American people are feeling enough pain that they might reward us with more power. And the Republicans are playing the same game. So that's why last week the Republicans, Trump didn't want any kind of deal on TSA. Now the GOP comes together, has a deal. Now the Democrats, that's not good enough. We're starting to notice the American people are getting really pissed off. And we'd like that to go on for a little while longer because, we feel that will help us at some point gain power. I'm going after Democrats now because they have the upper hand, I guess. Both parties playing the same game. Politicians don't wake up and go, oh my God, look at this. She had to wait 4 hours in line. And I'm a politician. I need to go to work and solve this for her. She's waiting. Wow, what state is that? Oh, look at her. She's a 42-year-old white woman. She may have voted for Trump. Oh, this might be a great opportunity. She had to wait in line for 4 hours. Let's let her wait in line a few more times.
Flip her.
Yeah,
Flip her.
She could be flipped. We might be able to win that state. No politician is going, there's an American in distress. We need to do something. We need to make sure that this stops. They look at every single thing, Republican and Democrat, as if you're feeling pain, we could possibly gain. And because I'm not a politician, I think that that's evil. The fact that I think that that's evil means I don't have the ability to be a politician. Because if you thought that kind of stuff was evil and you went into politics, it would make no sense. When you're a politician, you love when the other party is being blamed for causing the American people pain. You don't hate the fact that certain Americans are in pain. You love the fact that they're feeling pain, because if they feel enough pain, they just might reward us with more power. Please, right now, tear down any poster of any politician you have. Did you buy a plate with their face on it? Break it. They don't give a damn about you unless they think that you could help them gain a little more power.
That was me tearing my Taft poster.
Yeah, thank you. I know you're that's a big poster.
That's a collector's item. You should have given it to me.
Come on.
Oh, no.
You should have given it to
because you're anti-fat.
That's what it is.
Anti-husky.
He's fat phobic. You could have sold that to Jake Tapper for his office podcast set.
Dang it.
I read the other day, by the way, that they're going to start doing that more.
Of course they are, because they think it looks like a podcast.
They think they'll get younger people.
Yes, because they're delusional. Everybody over the age of 45 is delusional, and most of them under the age of 35 are stupid. So you got about between 35 and 45, you got some people who,
the millennials.
They know enough about something, but they know something's up, but they don't know what to do about it.
We're going to give that much credit to Jared.
Listen, I'm giving it to the collective.
Good generation, I think.
We're ready. We're ready to save the day. We're going to fix this problem.
Yeah, how are you going to do that?
We got a lot of ideas.
By opening new safe spaces. Remember, you're the generation who brought us that.
Listen, we're well beyond the safe spaces.
Yeah, I know.
We're becoming adults now.
As they say, sometimes reality will punch you in the mouth. What was it the conservatives used to say? You're a liberal until you get mugged, which overall says a generation can be idealistic until they start paying taxes and seeing what's done with those taxes and seeing how voting for a couple of times where you go, oh, yes, this is the one, and he's going to bring him in, and then blah, 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 blah. And, oh, no, they're just bombing the same people and doing the same stuff.
Lots of my friends are becoming very cynical of both sides. And
well, that's proper.
Yeah, which is good.
By the way,
they're waking up.
I'm not a fan of cynicism necessarily, but it's actually not cynical. To recognize that politicians themselves are cynical doesn't make you cynical for recognizing reality. It's the politicians and the political parties and all of these campaign idiots. They're the cynical ones. They're the ones who don't look at anybody as an individual, but as a part of a demo that they're trying to whatever. So it's not cynical to see the reality that nobody gives a damn about you. And if there are one or two or three, they're never going to get a coalition together. If you believe that Massey and Rand Paul or some other people who do speak out from time to time, okay, who cares? What's it matter? One guy in the House, one guy in the Senate, both from Kentucky. What can I tell you? If you believe that. I don't believe in anyone anymore. I don't know how anybody could. I haven't been to a party with core MAGA people. What is the pretzel logic by which they're saying, yeah, he said he was anti-forever war and all, but they've got to be pretzel logicing it, right? It's this is good because blah, 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 blah.
You don't believe in Thelma Blue or Cooper Sharp?
I think they're both.
They lost their advertising platform.
Yeah, they lost their platform. What's that called? Sora 2.
Sora 2. Yeah.
Sora 2. Well, so Sora 1's gone. Sora 2's gone. So, we were using, Tim Andrews was using Sora to come up with our fake candidates and then talk about a rug pull worthy of Hawk Tua.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, those are gone.
Altman says they're going to fold some of the features into
I think there's problems.
ChatGPT.
I think there's some danger stuff going on here. Is Wes coming in today?
He is.
We got to talk about this because there's a thing called shadow banking, and there's private loans, and it's kind of like a private banking, private equity, all this kind of stuff, which is what has been behind, BlackRock and all this, buying into all of these AI tech, ideas. And now all of a sudden people are starting to run. It's a weird thing.
Disney ran.
Yeah, we'll talk about it with Wes, but even more so, like what you have to understand is when we had the collapse in 2008, we changed the banking rules. And basically, said you've got to have, each bank has to have more assets before they can make all these loans. Obviously, the money, if everybody calls in their loan at the same time, at any time, you're going to have a run on the bank. But the idea was, in order to keep banks from making riskier, more exotic bundled loans, well, to say, hey, you can't do it if you don't have these assets. So banks couldn't make a lot of these more risky loans. Well, the BlackRocks and all the private equity groups and stuff, they came in, and this is affecting middle-tier companies. And they've been buying into all of these, and they just basically have been doing what the banks that collapsed were doing before they collapsed, but they're doing it legally because they're not public banks. But all the money they're behind, all this AI stuff and these data centers and all of this kind of stuff, do you think that that's not going to be deemed too big to fail? So you end up in the same situation, and it could be happening. You know, when you get into these like BlackRock type funds, the way that they work is you can't, like a normal bank, you can go in and take out any amount that you wanted at any time. And basically cash out, right? You can say, hey, listen, I don't believe in this investment anymore. I'm just going to cash out now, whatever. But there are rules around the private stuff. So you get in, and they're big loans. Like, okay, we're going to go do this sort of thing, and you get in for a bunch. And there's a rule that says you can only take out X percentage for 5 years. Now, you can get around it, but you have to pay penalties and that sort of thing. Well, BlackRock and a lot of these, with the investors having to do with this big AI bubble we got going on here, there's a bunch of people trying to get out early, taking whatever losses now because they're starting to see this is just going to get worse in the future. And so the BlackRocks, our parent company, the Apollos, they've had to tell people, no, you can't. You can take out some, but you can't take out what you want. And that is kind of a shadow on the shadow banking. So that money's in there now. No, you can't say against the will of the people who invested it because they knew what they were getting into. But that money is still into these industries, although the individual investors would rather not be there, which means they're all going to leave as soon as they can leave. And if that happens, whoa, I don't know what we do if we have another 2008. Can we afford to print money? Can we print our way out of another thing after 2008 and the pandemic? Scary stuff.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Visit my friends at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort. This is Scott Slade. They specialize in exquisite handcrafted fine jewelry and natural mined diamonds, never mass-produced. It's where I've been doing business for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
They lied. They cheated. And they broke the law. Liberal losers forced illegal migration on hardworking Americans. But conservative businessman Rick Jackson is ready to fight back.
I don't care if you're Muslim or Mongolian. You don't have the right to force your culture on our country.
Corrupt career politicians let the invasion happen, then made it worse. But conservative businessman Rick Jackson isn't gonna let them get away with it.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes, victimize our children, and get away with murder. So here's my guarantee to them. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported or departed. Any questions?
It's time to win big for Georgia. Rick Jackson, the Trump-supporting, straight-talking, successful businessman with nothing to lose. Rick Jackson for governor.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
My wake-up call came 3 years ago. Like many of you out there, I was savoring some time with my parents. It's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. I remember we were preparing a meal and I saw my dad struggling with a boiling pot on the stove. That was the moment I knew I had to get into action on the home care options for my parents. Have you seen some red flags recently with your folks? Like them struggling with day-to-day tasks, being a little confused, having trouble remembering to take their meds. If your aging parents are showing signs, but they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, please Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta and request a consultative call. It's free and it's a crucial step towards your parents getting what they want and need, allowing you, the child, to do your role and just love them. Google Four Seasons Home Care. That's Four Seasons Home Care.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, a big ruling today from federal court in Los Angeles finds social media giants are to blame for harming children.
On the 9th day of deliberating, the jury finding both Meta and YouTube are liable in a first-of-its-kind lawsuit that could tee up many more such suits. The jury finding the platforms that create Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are negligent in the design or operation of their platforms, causing harm to a 20-year-old woman who says her use of social media as a child addicted her to the technology and led to mental health issues.
Correspondent Alex Stone reports the jury awards the woman $3 million. Meta says it disagrees with the verdict and is now evaluating legal options. A South Fulton police officer is arrested today on sexual assault charges. 30-year-old Michael Cochran is charged with sexual assault by a person with supervisory or disciplinary authority and violation of oath of office. He's been fired and booked into the Fulton County Jail. Cochran is accused of sexually assaulting a woman after arresting her. The U.S. is sending over 1,000 troops from the 82nd Airborne Division to the Middle East. Reporter Ann Flaherty says it's not clear what they'll be doing.
These are paratroopers that we're being told that as many as 1,500 could be deployed to the region. Now, you add that to the Marines that have already been announced that they're deploying. We're looking at 6,000 to 8,000 ground troops potentially headed toward the Middle East. That is the bottom line here. And the question is, what would President Trump do with them?
Iran says it is rejecting a 15-point plan from the U.S. to end the war. If you plan to hit the road for spring break or a summer vacation, don't expect to get much of a break at the gas pump.
Gasoline demand goes up over spring break season and then leading up to the summertime. And also summer blend gasoline is about to hit the market. That's more expensive to produce.
AAA's Iaxa Diaz says the national average for gas is now close to $4 a gallon. Prices in Georgia now average about $3.63 after the suspension of the state's gas tax. It is now 3:32. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill. Rush hour definitely underway through the heart of the city. 400 southbound already at 3:30 this afternoon. Slowing out of Buckhead from Lenox Road. The delays continue on to 75-85 south down toward I-20. Northbound packed in as well. University Avenue to Peachtree Pine Street. Unfortunately, construction still active in Cobb in the left lane, east-west connector westbound at Cooper Lake Road, and still in the right lane in Gwinnett County on Beaver Drive, Highway 20 northbound at Rock Springs Road. 85 northbound up into Gwinnett. Not terrible, but it is going to add about 5 to 10 minutes to your trip time from 285 up toward Beaver Ruin Road and Steve Reynolds Boulevard. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clouds moving out, sunshine for the ride home today with a high near 70, lows tonight in the upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, trending warmer with a high around 78. We'll land in the mid-80s by Friday.
64 in Sandy Springs, 64 in East Point, and 65 in Conyers. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Now, listen, here's a scenario. This happens every day in Atlanta. A person gets in a wreck, you file a claim with your insurance, then the insurance steers you to their preferred auto body shop for an estimate. It's a short list. They do this because these places are in bed with the insurance companies. They work with the insurance companies to cut corners on your repairs. Do not do this. If you get sick, do you go where your insurance company tells you to go? If you are hurt in an accident, do you go to an attorney where your insurance company tells you to go? No, you go where you're going to get the best care for you. RJ's Auto Body Plus works in your best interest, not the insurance company. Better service, better parts, and paint. And in most cases, a more timely manner. They'll even come get your car and tow it in. Family owned in Marietta, Georgia by my friends Jeff and Edith. Search RJ's Auto Body Plus or 770-955-5020.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, Atlanta's engagement ring and wedding band destination since 1939. Why? Hand-picked diamonds that just shine brighter at a value that can't be beat. An unbelievable selection of engagement rings and wedding bands. And because we've been jewelers for generations, we can bring your dream ring to life with full custom abilities. So when it's time for the next chapter, come see Atlanta's most trusted jeweler since 1939, D. Geller & Son, in Kennesaw and Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less with expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything, from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
It's official.
President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
They say nothing is certain except death and taxes. Well, in Georgia, you can add roaches to that list. They're everywhere. Scott Slade here for Breda Pest Management, the folks I trust to get rid of roaches in my home. Many companies have stopped going inside homes, and they raised their prices, doing less and charging more. Ridiculous. At Breda, they handle bugs and critters inside and outside, like those disgusting roaches.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
So I should say the real danger for if there's going to be a collapse of this private loan market, which is done by the private equity groups and the hedge funds, it's not so much because of the AI that they've invested in, which there's a lot of that, I guess, but it's because they've invested, the BlackRocks and stuff, they've invested in a lot of software companies and startups and put a lot of money in that. And now people are convinced that AI, that's going to be the first thing that goes. All the software companies. You know, there's some idea that, you know, everybody will just use Anthropic's Claude to run everything. And you won't need that middle layer of software in the very near future. And a lot of this private equity money is there. And that's why some of these people who are told when you know, with private equity, it's not like normal banking. I don't really understand it, but it's just kind of like, hey, we're going to go do this big thing. Who wants in? What wealthy whatever wants in? And the rules are, well, you can only take X certain amount out in the first 5 years or 10 years. And so the fact is, more and more lately, these big private equity groups and hedge funds have had to tell people, no, they will let you out with certain things, but they've had now too many people are asking out. So the answer is no. And why are they asking out early and willing to take whatever that loss is because many things, but I think for the most part, that scare, remember a couple of weeks ago, the scare against software from AI, suddenly all the software companies went down. Well, the private lenders are a lot of where those software companies get their money. So, I don't know. We'll talk to Wes Moss about it. There's got to be things that aren't negative to talk about. There's this is an anniversary today.
It's a big one, too.
Well, you don't even know what I'm going to say, do you?
I think I know what's where you're going to.
The RCA, Radio Corporation of America, on this date in 1954, began commercial production of its first color television sets.
Oh.
Now, here's the problem in 1954.
They were an inch wide.
They were 15 inches, which is very small these days. And at the time was small. There were black and white sets that were bigger, like 21 inches, I think, at least 17. And there was very little to no color broadcasting going on at this time. But people did. If you think that like early adopters started in the tech age, it didn't. It's always been here. These 15-inch CT100 RCA models, color televisions, they sold for $1,000
back then
in 1954, which is, according to the inflation calculator that I use, they're all a little bit different, would be $12,148 today.
Wow.
And 14 cents.
And 14 cents. But unlike spending that kind of money, like when an LED screen costs, I don't know, $2,000 or something, and then it came to everything was in color. Like, so if you spent the equivalent of $12,000,
Right, you're still just watching black and white
for the
programming.
most part, like a couple of shows would start like in color for a few minutes and then go back to black and white. I don't believe that anything was full color at that point that was on a network schedule. Maybe they had a special here or there. And color doesn't even really come into play as far as a lot of people getting color television sets till the mid-'60s. So obviously something
Did a lot of them
brought the
had
price down.
that plastic cover that you had to push onto the screen?
Well, that wasn't this. That was something that I only know about from the famous Happy Days episode.
Mm-hmm.
But before, and maybe what it was is, boy, there's this thing called color television, but nobody can afford it. So they came out with this ridiculous product that was the size of your screen, and you popped it in, and the top was kind of hazed blue. The middle was translucent, and the bottom was green.
Yes.
But
Weird.
every scene isn't outside, and even if it is, every shot doesn't include the sky and the grass in it. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Look those things up. I'm remembering
I've
this
never heard of that.
from the Happy Days episode. There's an episode where they get one of these things, and as I recall, they're all very disappointed once the final product comes shining through. But I feel like that's how it was. I'm remembering it just from the Happy Days episode. I feel like it was blue on the top, green on the bottom, as if everything had the sky and the grass in it.
I discovered when I was a kid that you could put a magnet on the side of the TV and drag the picture until my grandfather saw me doing that. Hey, cut that out.
You could also destroy the television.
Yes.
It was
Wasn't it like a form of degaussing, kind of?
Yeah. Well, they had degaussers around them.
Right. Okay. Yes, Autumn?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that you could do that.
Oh,
I grew up with a television that, I don't know, was the big TVs. Nothing that archaic, though. It's just
no.
like
I mean, you were born in
really
what?
old stuff.
You were born in 82, right?
Yeah, 82.
So by the time you're watching television, it's like 86, 87. You got some pretty nice. I mean, they're not like the flat screens now, but they are certainly that's the era when televisions, weighed 300 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think we had a remote.
Yeah. You didn't have a remote.
I mean, for the downstairs TV we did.
Right.
For the important TV.
I gotta get up. I gotta get up
Yeah.
and walk over there.
For the Mario room, which was like the spare bedroom that we had the Nintendo in.
Well,
that was where the bad TV was.
When the remotes, and I know remotes have been around for a good long time, but when they started really kind of showing up in the homes in the 70s, I don't know if it was everybody's remote, but we had a remote for a while that you could just jangle your keys and it would change the station.
What?
I guess like the jangling of the keys was
Was
on the
the
same
noise?
frequency, just the noise. It would just jangle we used to do it just to make each other laugh. And I was like, hey, look at that.
That's cool. I had a portable phone that was my grandmother's that she gave us or something, and if you whistled into it, you would hear Morse code.
Really?
Yeah, you'd like that, and it would go.
Now wait a minute. Did everybody hear this, or did just a young
Everybody.
Autumn Fish?
Everybody.
Okay, all right.
Everybody.
we do have eyewitnesses.
Yes.
Or ear witnesses.
Ear witnesses.
Yes.
That device you were talking about, by the way, Color in a Sheet is what it's called.
Color in a Sheet.
Wow.
And it's got the
Not
hyphen.
even a clever name.
Nope.
Just color in a
Oh,
sheet.
it was
Color
the
a sheet.
60s.
Well, it's probably the 50s, I would imagine. By the 60s, if you want to
It
go.
says in the early 60s, viewers
Oh.
could buy thin plastic sheets with colored sections, typically blue in the top, orange in the middle, green at the bottom, to place in the screen for a crude color effect.
That kind of makes sense, right? Like the what are the little tiny little pixels that if you get real close to your TV, your old TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I
talking
mean,
about, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
in
They're
your
just
old
pixels.
TV, when you would
Just-
get
yeah.
real close to it, you
Yeah.
know, it would be like you could see those little dots
Yeah.
of a different color.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what that sheet is doing. Isn't
No, I don't think so. The reason, now, because each pixel, so each pixel is getting information that says where they are in the picture and how much color needs in order for all the pixels together to make a color. These pixels are all just still black and white, so you're just putting orange over everything, or you're putting blue over everything, or you're putting green over everything.
It looks ridiculous. I'm looking at pictures.
Yeah.
It just looks like black and white that has orange strip.
I mean, it looks exactly like what you'd imagine. There's
Yes.
just blue
Oh.
tint at the top, orange tint in the middle, green tint in the
Oh, I
bottom.
see that.
You could buy it for as low as $8 in the 60s.
I mean, each pixel.
I thought it would be more like I don't know, like orange and blue and green sort of like mixed in, and then like the
Right.
grayness. The
Might,
hue
yeah,
of
but
the
you know
you know what I mean?
But when it comes to each pixel, there's like so much
No.
information. I'm not exactly sure how many nodes are in each pixel, but it's 4 or 5 pieces of information are going to each pixel, so that they do their one little teeny thing that ends up making the whole picture look like a real color picture.
Strange. Why would anybody buy that?
Well, it was probably a novelty that, a few people did it because, only rich people could have color TV. And it was probably sold in these magazines like, hey, have color TV for only
$2, $3.
Yeah. It's like,
it's a little...
So some annoyed dad is like, you want a color TV? Here you go. It's color.
Look at the sky.
Daddy, that's not what I meant.
It's
color, isn't it? Shut up.
I know for a fact that there is a Happy Days episode. I don't know which one, where I think the Fonz ends up being quite upset that it's not real color television. But look, when color television can cost the equivalent of $12,000, we've come a long way, baby. We've come a long way. Now for $1,000, you can have a smartphone that gets you addicted to everything bad and ruins your life. We've come a long, long way.
Mark Arum. I don't think this is just a black and white story.
Local.
These public defenders like, hey, get a real lawyer, man. I can't handle this.
Topical.
People that like the president think this is the greatest thing to do.
Mark Arum.
That's one of many unanswered questions.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong. When you're investing in your home, don't gamble with unproven contractors. It's simply not worth the risk.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Upgrade your home with high-quality, energy-efficient windows. Take advantage of special pricing on custom decks or choose siding, doors, and fencing that don't just look great, they're built to last. We're raising the bar in roofing, combining proven installation, premium materials, and expert craftsmanship to protect your home year after year. Spring is the busiest season for home improvement, so don't wait. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com and get your project on the calendar today. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
Calling all HVAC contractors. Ferguson is your one-stop shop for Ruud equipment, parts, and supplies to keep every job moving. Now stocking Ruud, Ferguson gives you reliable inventory, expert product knowledge, and fast turnaround when time matters most. Don't let shortages or delays slow down your business. We're fully stocked and ready when you are. Plus, our team is here to help you find the right solution for every install. Visit a Ferguson location near you. Ferguson HVAC, proud to partner with Ruud in Georgia.
Your friends at Steel Horse Law are motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. They've mastered safely riding our Georgia roads, and they've mastered the unexpected twists and turns of Georgia law. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler for Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group. With all the changes in Georgia law, you need the most experienced local motorcycle injury law firm to protect your rights. You can trust them on the road and in the courtroom. Get a free case evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at the spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces would be worth over $150,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why I buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's a crucial part of my balanced strategy. Gives me peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you too. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Dan to 989898. Again, text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 today. Message and data rates apply.
Is everybody all excited that it's the first day of Major League Baseball? Am I wrong?
That's right. Giants and Yankees tonight.
Yeah. I know you're a baseball fan. Have you, and Tim is too. Have you guys signed up for the 17 different streamers you're going to need to follow baseball
I
this
have
year?
all of them, yeah.
Good.
$2,000 a month.
She's going to every game in every stadium.
Oh, Camden Yards? You're going to go to Camden Yards, and then you're going to make your way around the country.
She doesn't even know what Camden Yards is.
I do too.
What is
Oh,
it?
why? Did your son
It's a
take a
place.
field trip there or something?
No, isn't it?
With the
isn't
school?
Isn't it in Baltimore?
It's where the Orioles play.
Yeah, I know that. I've been there. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is a nice.
It's like a city on the outside.
I
of it,
was
sort of.
there when it first opened up, and that was a while back. I believe that was the early '90s. That it had been only open for a year or two.
It was the first of those retrofitted.
Yeah.
It was a brand new park, but it's so much nicer than.
But I mean, the
Memorial.
whole area, and I think Autumn's
Yeah.
talking about that whole area. It was just, was shops and wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know about the crime situation in Baltimore. Is it still a cool place to go at 9 o'clock at night?
It's a great place to go.
Okay, I don't.
It's just like Atlanta. Like, don't go some places.
Yeah. Yeah,
but like,
just-
the food scene is awesome.
Well, that's
I almost
do you and
cursed. It was
Joe
so
quite
awesome.
often? You and Joe quite often go out to the yards and enjoy the fine
Oh no, not the
eateries.
Camden Yards, but we go into Baltimore and he takes me places.
Oh, isn't that nice?
He knows all the places.
He takes her places.
Oh,
Yeah, some speakeasies.
Sometimes
Oh, I
TGI
hate
Fridays.
Hate this. Come
No,
on.
but it's kind of cool. This one,
bad.
you put in there's a jukebox down in the basement of this hotel,
Mhm.
and you put a coin in it, and then
Yeah.
a secret door opens.
Oh, my
And then it's got
goodness.
like 5 seats in there.
My
cool.
goodness, that's fantastic. Is
And
there
it's
any
really dark.
any threat of the cops coming in and busting everybody at any point? 'Cause to
Elliot
me,
does.
I need that whole speakeasy feel. Like there has to be that feel. I may end up in prison. There's that danger thing with a speakeasy.
Well, there is always the chance of ending up in prison, depending.
It is true. It is true.
And they have to have rot gut liquor.
Yeah, it's got to be the worst bathtub
yeah.
gin.
Yeah.
No, it's actually like real fancy drink.
Yeah, that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Well, then what should they call it? Just a secret bar? I'll just
It's
start
not
calling
even-
it a secret bar.
Everybody can get in.
The
Here's
sidebar.
Here's the thing
Yeah,
about
but people don't know it.
Here's the thing about a speakeasy. Some people genuinely were not allowed to get in. And we don't
That's
live
what
in
I'm
a
saying. We should
society
just
where you
call
can
it
do that anymore.
We
So
should just call it a
there's-
secret bar.
you can
instead.
call it secret bar, but
to
it's
make sure that Eric is happy.
it's important that all restaurateurs do it in such a way to make Eric Von Hessler happy, I believe.
I don't like it's called this way.
There you
Millennial Gimmick Bar. I love it. Let's open it. Yeah, it was the millennials that brought in the speakeasy.
Definitely.
Retro speakeasy.
Absolutely.
Somebody took me to one once, and I just thought like, yeah, but everybody can do this, and it's not hard to know. The one that I went to, it was like a payphone, and you had to get on and know the number or whatever. But it was just like it wasn't something where you go, what? I can't get in? Oh, darn.
Well,
Like,
sometimes they're so busy you can't get in.
well, that's any bar.
So.
I want to go to the Gen Z bar because there won't be anybody in it.
No one's in it, and no one's hitting on anybody else.
They do have that Poly Market bar in New York City now. You
This
can
would
monitor the situation and see all the
all
bets
the
are being-
positions
being opened.
What is that place called? I haven't even heard of it. So there's a whole bar.
I think it's like branded Poly Market.
Right, so you go there like it's a sports bar, and rather than
Exactly.
having a different, and then maybe they do, maybe they will have events that are going on.
Some people go
yeah.
there because they're actually like poly. They
Yeah.
they have
Oh yeah,
relationships.
man.
Oh,
This
we're
is like a
oh,
market.
wow.
This is the Poly Market. I'm
Come
going to
on,
go there,
honeys.
and I'm going to
Oh, yeah.
go in there and walk out with 3 wives.
Very disappointed.
Yes.
Oh.
What were you saying, George?
I was making the same joke you.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
But I'm not.
I didn't
saying
mean
it
to
like
step
that.
on
The
you.
same joke.
Oh, you would have delivered it better.
No,
is what
no,
you're saying.
I lift you to it because I know you. You're the,
You left me to it.
You're the
Is
guy.
that what you did?
Yeah.
Listen, by the way, if you're going to host your own show, you need to be surrounded by people who know when to let the host. Just leave them to it. Just leave him to it. That's why
Just let
George
him
is
go.
good at what he does. Sometimes he'll come in, and sometimes he'll start to go, you know what? I'm just going to leave it to him. I'm going to leave him to it. Leave him to it. The sequel to Let It Be. Leave him to it.
leave him to it, John.
Leave him to it. Leave it to him.
All right, so we've got a little bit out of all the negative news. There's a delivery robot that went. I guess it crashed into some sort of bus shelter and went right
Poor
through
guy.
shattered the glass. You know, people say poor guy. In the story, it says one guy says I kind of felt bad for the little fella. It's a robot,
They have names.
huh? I
They
don't
have
care.
names.
They don't have emotions
Do they know my name?
or pain.
Yeah, it'll tell you. Delivering to Eric.
I saw a video last night where one of the robots is asking a person to hit the crosswalk button.
This thing just shattered the glass of the Chicago bus stop or bus station.
I thought it was like a bus stop.
Yeah, it's like when I was, and I always thought those things were like plastic. I didn't realize that was real glass in those bus stops. I don't know about here, but in Chicago, apparently they're authentic with it.
Maybe because of the
They went right
wind
through.
and the weather or something.
Also, robots are coming to Major League Baseball. The robot umpires.
You are out.
I'm not. Hey, listen. The manager starts to fight with the robot umpire.
Oh yeah, just shocks it.
Lasers.
Johnny 5.
So how does that work? So you can challenge, and then it goes to the robot. You're gonna have humans, but you can challenge, and if you challenge, you can challenge to the robot.
The baseball, Jared might know this better than me because it confuses me the way they can use replay or challenges or the robots.
Basically, think about how ESPN for all these years had that K zone, right?
Yeah.
Which is the little square box that
Yeah.
showed the strike zone. So now this year, if it's not within that box, or if you believe as a player and you're batting,
you
can challenge balls and strikes.
Sure, yeah, but
It's
here's the
based on
thing:
that.
is what's going on with the umps? Are the umps really calling the rest of the game, or is that thing saying in their ear, "Ball"? And
It does have something that says.
So are they they don't even have to bother anymore. They're just there to go, "Ball."
Pretty much.
Steve! We don't want to lose
do that cool like.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to lose that element of the game.
We also love the times where occasionally the umps
But it's all going to be a facade. Like I could do it. Anybody can just sit back there and
Well,
just wait
then
for the
that gives-
robot ump.
It gives you a better opportunity now.
That's right, mailbox money after this
That's
radio
right.
gig is over.
The umpire also is there for the questionable ones, like they're like right on the edge of the plate.
But the robots there should be no edge.
That should be but I thought that was the question.
That's what you want the robots to step
Yeah.
in, not the human being. Robot umps. Driverless cars.
What do they think of next?
The hell is this world coming to?
So you've always been wanting a deck for your house or a nicer deck, somewhere where you can hang out, have friends over, grill some food, watch the game. Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. You need Ben Hill Renovations. For over 60 years, they've been building decks, offering superior craftsmanship while delivering your perfect deck built within your budget. Go, live life on your deck. Visit bhrenovations.com today and schedule a free design consultation at your home. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard. Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BRUX91. That's BRUX91. Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Here's another reason Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust. This is Scott Slade. During a recent maintenance visit, my Ragsdale heating and air technician discovered the reason one of my heat pumps wasn't working quite right. He diagnosed the problem, made a special trip to pick up the parts he needed, and I was back in business the same day, just before the big freeze in January. Now, many of these great folks at Ragsdale have been with the company 10, 20, even 30 years. No wonder Ragsdale has over 10,000 reviews and a 4.9 Google rating. And you know that warmer weather's on the way, and Ragsdale wants you to be ready. Right now, you can save up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And the savings extend long past this season with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. If your system just needs a tune-up to get ready for spring and summer, they can help with that too. You can trust Ragsdale for your plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs too. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. news, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a South Fulton police officer is accused of sexually assaulting a woman he arrested.
With his body camera off, investigators say Officer Michael Sheely Cochran made contact with the victim in connection with the domestic dispute call. After taking her into custody, GPS data shows the patrol car stopped for a time, and that's when investigators believe the alleged assault took place. Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Alexander says Cochran abused his authority.
He violated Georgia state law as a law enforcement officer, being in that supervisory role responsible for her care.
He says they are committed to transparency in this case. At South Fulton Police Headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
69 degrees in Atlanta. What day could reach the mid-80s? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A massive ruling today goes against social media giants. A jury in Los Angeles awards a 20-year-old woman $3 million in damages against Meta and YouTube for getting her addicted to the platforms. Tech analyst Ian Scher says this could lead to a wave of lawsuits against social media companies.
The conversation around these apps is likely to change, and the message will be that the negative mental health impacts of these technologies is a feature, not a bug, and the companies need to be held responsible.
YouTube says it'll appeal the verdict. Meta says it also disagrees with the verdict and is weighing its legal options. Iran rejects a 15-point plan presented by the Trump administration to end the war. Correspondent Karen Travers reports from the White House. Iran is putting out a plan of its own.
They're laying out some of their conditions right now, and they include a complete end to all the hostilities right now, which they call aggression and assassinations by the enemy. They also want to ensure that the war does not restart after it ends, and they're calling for repayments, reparations for the war damages caused by these strikes over the last several weeks by the U.S. and Israel.
At a Capitol Hill hearing today, the TSA's acting administrator warns a House panel the partial government shutdown is putting the traveling public at risk as TSA agents call out sick.
Prior to this shutdown, our TSO call-out rate was 4%. Now, multiple major airports are experiencing days where 40 to 50% of their staff are calling out because they simply cannot afford to report to work.
Deputy TSA Administrator Ha-Win McNeil says nearly 500 TSA agents have now quit during this shutdown. After an FBI raid at the wrong house, a woman's lawsuit is back before a federal appeals court in Atlanta.
Trina Martin, her then boyfriend, and her young son were jolted awake pre-dawn by a flashbang grenade in 2017 and held at gunpoint before FBI agents realized they had the wrong house. The government's attorney Lawrence Ross says the agents had the discretion to do that, but 11th Circuit Judge Adalberto Jordan is skeptical.
It's 3:30 in the morning. He sees all the markers that are unique to the target home at plaintiff's home.
Even though he's gone to the right home before to do a drive-by and check it out, and he's on the other side of the street on a different block.
No word when the court will rule. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
2 teenagers are arrested in a Gwinnett County murder case. Glenn Fitzpatrick of Winder and Michael Coker of Loganville are charged with murder in the shooting death of 19-year-old Tavius Threat Jr. last week. Corporal Ryan Winderweedle with Gwinnett Police says flock cameras in the area of the shooting led police to the suspects.
And at some point we're able to show that both of them were there and were interacting with the victim in this case on some manner and ended up shooting him and killing him.
Both suspects are 18 years old. Real-time tracking devices are coming to school buses in Forsyth County. Here's a report all new at 4 o'clock.
The technology comes in the form of a tablet that will be positioned right by the bus driver. Superintendent Mitch Young says in a statement that it will make their transportation system more efficient as drivers can see their routes and stops while on the road. District staff and drivers can communicate directly as buses will be seen moving in real time. Even parents can see when their child should be getting home from school on an app. With over 400 buses to equip, the school district is starting this spring to install the tablets. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Busy west side perimeter, Bill, and slow on that west side perimeter as well. Crash on the Jam Cam 285 southbound. The outer loop, South Cobb Drive, exit 15. 2 left lanes are blocked. That is quickly starting to slow the ride back to I-75. We also got trouble in DeKalb County on 285. This is on 285 southbound. The inner loop, just right at Highway 29, Lawrenceville Highway, exit 38. Crash on a narrow left shoulder there. No first responders on scene as I speak. Heroes pulling up, so that means that left lane is going to be blocked. And I'm looking for trouble into Cobb County. A crash on I-20 westbound at I-285 exit 67. Going to hone in what lanes are blocked there, but if you're coming over from Panola Road, expect the brake lights to grow the closer you get to Wesley Chapel. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Clear and cool for tonight as temperatures fall into the upper 40s to low 50s through tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a big warm-up on the way with mostly sunny skies and a high around 78, landing in the mid-80s on Friday.
Right now it's 67 in Stone Mountain, 69 in Powder Springs, and 66 in Union City. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. Well, we lose Tim Andrews. His tummy is acting all funky on him.
Tubby wubby.
He is having tummy trouble. So we lose Tim Andrews, but we gain a Dr. Joe. No, all right.
Equal trade-off there.
Well, in your mind.
In my mind, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Do you do voices?
I don't know. Can I do? I don't know. I've never tried doing voices.
Do some Trump.
Oh.
Anyway, the fact that it doesn't
do it. No, it doesn't come naturally.
Anybody
right,
who could do voices, that's the
that's
easy
boom,
one.
Right.
That's
yeah.
the easy one.
Joe, all you have to do is just press the gas. Don't think too hard about it and just try.
So I think we're winning this war here.
Oh my goodness!
Not even
It's not very good,
okay.
but
no, I sound congested. Yeah.
I like
that's
the way.
okay. You did a good job by just trying.
Yes,
See, there you go. That's a good mother right there.
There you go.
That's right.
Is it? My mother said, that stinks. Go back to the drawing board and bring me something better.
You're a failure. You're never going to make it in life.
And then I went and I cried for a little while, but then I applied myself.
Your mother would also.
And then you won't walk outside because you think people think you're a murderer.
Boy, you just pissed off Jared.
Well, because
he was going to say something.
I had a good line here because the TV is on right now. Your mother would tell you to turn the TV off while hosting a radio show. You got the volume on.
My mother
that was
never.
Important. That was good.
My mother never, ever thought that I was going to do anything amount to anything in life, let alone be a radio host. It never would have occurred to her.
That being said, will you mute the TV?
Hold on.
It's coming through the mic.
Hold on. No, why would you say that's pathetic? She wanted me to know.
It's pathetic. That's upsetting.
Why? It didn't upset me. She said, "Look, you're not going to amount to anything.
Yeah, you won't let
you're
it
not
upset
dumb.
you because it's too painful."
She said, "Eric, you are just too dumb to amount to any." She
that's
never
not cool.
said. You really believe that she said that to me? She
don't know
sat me
anymore.
down and
I
said,
don't know.
"Eric, you're just too dumb." No, she said you're too lazy. And
Okay,
nothing's
also
going to
bad.
happen in your life. Also, there was now this did happen once. Dr. Joe, you can weigh on this. Is slightly a medical thing. Is when I was 14, 15, maybe just turned 15. I was still living with her. I moved out when I was 15, but I think I was like 14, going on 15, and I went through a real major kind of the first blush of the cystic acne, a lot of blackheads and that kind of thing. And I, when I would come home from school, my mom would be like putting on her makeup and stuff to go to work. And she was putting on her makeup in the bathroom once, and I started talking about a girl I liked and maybe wanted to go on a date or whatever, and she said, I don't think that's going to happen for quite some time.
Not with your pizza face. Oh, yeah. So
Yes.
brutal.
That's horrible.
Well, she wasn't wrong.
Yeah, right. No coddling back in that generation,
no,
right?
it's like, hey, you know what? I have a thick skin today for it.
Because
Thank you
of
very
that.
much.
I'm not saying that we need safe spaces like you were talking about with
Yes.
millennials, but I am saying that maybe that is not a healthy
But from her point of view,
familial dynamic or mother.
from
sort
her
of
point
treatment
of view,
son.
I think that she probably thought, you know what? Don't.
Let's be real.
Don't
Don't
get
get your hopes
hurt
up.
by this.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
get. You're 14. Just
Yeah.
go out, play, do whatever. Don't. Maybe by the time that you should be going out on dates, all this will be cleaned up.
Yes.
But
yeah.
not until. What do you think? She was just trying to hurt me? You're ugly.
I don't know.
No one's gonna date you.
Wasn't
And I don't know what she was trying to do. I'm thinking about the young boy named Eric who maybe needed a little support.
All I was thinking
Whose
was
father has left and
Yes.
now has a mother that's like, you're too gross.
And all I was thinking probably at that time was, now as soon as she leaves, I'm going to light up this joint. So neither of us were really being all that honest with one another, if you want to be truthful about it. Dr. Joe is here for Wellness Wednesday because We just needed something to talk to him about. And we thought, okay, he's kind of you are a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
And you are a chiropractor. You know, some people yell at me. They go, he's a chiropractor. That's a doctor.
300 hours more schooling to be a chiropractor and medical doctor.
Oh, boy. Now you're going to start it.
Flex.
Now you're going to start
That's right, baby.
Now you're going to start it. You get the medical doctors going. Send your cards and letters to Dr. Joe, care of anywhere in the world but my address. So on Wellness Wednesday, we like to get some health-adjacent stories and see what Dr. Joe has to say about it.
Got a headline from the press rundown. Do you seriously, will you mind muting that? Because I'm getting double audio in my head.
What do you mean muting it? I don't even know it was on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The TV's on.
I'm not hearing it.
You don't hear it?
Oh, wait.
Oh, I don't hear it either.
Yeah, it's
now I can hear it. Oh.
That's what I was trying to say at the beginning.
I see. Okay, so
we
you
were
weren't
listening off the air. Yeah.
Because it seemed to me that you were being as mean to Autumn as my mother was to me. all those years ago.
No. I was getting the TV.
Autumn? He didn't mean.
He wouldn't mess with Autumn. He knows
he
better.
was insulting me.
Yeah. I thought he was insulting you.
No, he was telling you like that. Your mother would say, "Turn off the TV"
while hosting a radio show.
But you did not see how upset he got when he started to speak and you started to speak at the same time.
Yeah,
I thought he was good. Boy, it's a good thing you weren't here. That could have ended up in the parking lot.
Oh, I know. It was bad.
We could have had
I'm going to fight Jarrett.
We could have had a Mark Wayne situation.
That's right.
All right. Outside. What is the story again?
What do we got?
From the press rundown, GLP-1 drugs such as Ozempic and Wegovy may aid anxiety and depression, guys.
They're calling this like a wonder drug, except I remember, is it true?
It may help, but I think the reason is you're just not putting so much junk in your body anymore.
Oh.
And so I'm not sure it's the drug itself. It's the reaction of the drug where you're not eating your ultra-processed foods, your alcohols, your sugars, your junk, artificial sweeteners. And so I think that's what's probably happening. Now, there may be some component of the drug itself, but as soon as you come off the drug, the problems come back again.
You know what's the lobby for this drug is so big and so strong. It's all because the money that's going to be made. Because once you get on it, you got to stay on it.
Right,
you know. And it does good things so far. We can see. I mean, losing weight is sometimes a life and death thing for people. So I'm not saying that it's all bad, but there's a lobby that is so strong that in my mind, I remember that like a week and a half ago, I read maybe the first negative headline on these drugs about some kind of effect they could have, and I don't even remember what it was. George, look up any negative, like something I read about a week and a half ago. It was the first time surrounding these drugs where there was kind of a
little pushback. Yeah.
Might lose your gallbladder. I can't remember what it was.
Well,
it wasn't necessarily that, but it was like one of these kind of things. But I cannot
slows down
exactly.
your bowels. It affects vision. I mean, there are some negative side effects. Absolutely.
That's what I heard like a year ago was stomach paralysis. And
that's always been kind of a part of it, you know.
Yeah.
But doesn't that help you lose weight? Stomach paralysis?
Yeah, but then you can't go to the bathroom and toxic waste products build up in your body. And,
but you look better.
Oh, you look great.
Isn't that the most important thing?
That's all that matters.
So what? You're uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little constipated, bad breath, gassy. What the heck, right?
Well, just don't get close to people.
You just have to look good from afar.
Just let them look at you and go, hey.
Look at me.
Well, this is not a headline you want to read about. The FDA sends warning letter to Novo Nordisk over failure to report deaths and adverse side effects of GLP-1.
Oh.
No. Are we supposed to do that? Oh, we forgot.
Are we supposed to let you know that people die from our product?
Yeah.
Now, that could be quite nuanced.
It's a headline.
What else was going on while they were on this drug? What,
Sure.
I think overall, it's probably a good thing that people lose weight.
But I think
like en masse, it's good that people like that we're losing. Let's say we lose a ton a year. All 330
Take
million
the weight
Americans.
off the earth. The earth spins faster.
Yes.
It's going to throw the climate off. It's going to mess with everything.
It's not good. Can we go back?
Put the weight back
being
on.
Fat and useless.
There you go.
The way we used to be.
But people go into malnutrition. I see it all the time in my practice. People come in and like, God, I'm losing weight, but I'm so weak. And then we do like a blood work on them or something.
Yeah.
Their nutrients are through the floor because they're not eating anything.
Well, you got to eat your spinach.
Got to eat your spinach.
Doesn't matter what you're doing. You got to eat your spinach.
But you don't
You
feel
wanna
like
be
it.
strong to the finish.
Yeah,
you
better
feel like
eat
your spinach.
So,
That's right.
no, at least take supplements if you're on this. That's my quick
the
advice.
supplement thing
Always
too.
The supplement
you know what?
thing. If not mine, somebody's.
I read something about them too.
Oh yeah,
they're not always
That's
great.
Not true. Whatever it was, that was.
What do you say?
Bogus.
There's no downside to
Bogus.
any supplement.
Yes.
You're in love with supplements.
I am.
Why
man.
don't you
God.
marry supplements, Dr. Joe? If you love them so much.
They're with me every day. They are. They're my car. See?
I do more vitamins. I don't really do supplements.
Well, what's the
I
difference?
mean, all the ones you give me, I do
Okay.
for a while.
Yeah, I do for a while. Then you run out. You've had to ask me for more. I'll bring you more. Don't
I
worry.
know, but I'm afraid I don't want to get addicted to things like a vitamin.
You don't get addicted to health. That's bad. Yeah.
No, I'm saying a vitamin. I can always say, look, I need the vitamin K, and if,
Right.
then my whiz is neon, and I know, okay, I'm expelling it, so I guess I'm
maxed out.
I'm maxed out
Yeah.
on the vitamins, and that makes me feel good.
Right.
I'm sure if I wasn't, unlike many people here, I don't know why, I tend to flush toilets after I use them, public toilets. But I'm sure if someone came after me, they're like, "What is with the who's
pee is that?
Who's neon?
Neon,
What
man.
is that all about?"
Yep.
But to me, I think it's a good sign. Isn't it a good sign?
It is,
It
yeah.
means all my little things are
You've
I'm all
reached
filled
your
up.
bowel tolerance, it's called.
Oh.
You've absorbed as much as you can. The rest is passed out.
I did. It's just an experimental phase in my college
The
years.
bowel tolerance.
Well, why you have to bring it up now?
Say that energy, Joe. That pill that you gave before. I don't know what it's called, but man, that one worked.
Oh, the chewables? You
Yeah,
mean?
the chewable
The
energy
nitric
pill.
oxide? Oh, yeah,
that
those
was
are
good.
great.
Yeah, I know, but I was doing like every day, and I'm like, do I want to be doing anything every day? I have a problem with doing something every day. You tell me, okay, a vitamin. Well, know, you need vitamins every day.
Right.
Right. As far as energy goes,
Right.
couldn't I just get more sleep?
Well, it could, but this was a nitric oxide. Opened up your blood vessels to
Yeah.
increase circulation, and made the show. I mean, you can't
Sounds
make
like
the
a
show any
popper.
better. But yeah, it was a popper, yeah. It was a,
And my wife liked it as well.
yeah, I know. She sent me flowers, and I appreciate that. Yes.
Greetings and salutations. Bodacious greetings and salutations to Alex Williams. Alex says there's, unfortunately, we're starting off negative with a crash on 285 in Cobb.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric, Dr. Joe, all the doctrinaires. Hope everybody's doing well today. Not doing too well on the west side perimeter. This crash wasn't 2 left lanes. Now 3 left lanes are blocked. 285 southbound, the outer loop, South Cobb Drive, exit 15. That ride's cooked backed up toward I-75. If you head through downtown as an alternate, that's going to be slow through Midtown down to I-20. Earlier crash over in DeKalb County, 285 south, the inner loop at Highway 29, Lawrenceville Highway. They were able to move that to the right shoulder. All lanes are back open, but still slow between Tucker and Clarkston. And a travel advisory in DeKalb County crash. I believe multiple lanes are blocked here. I don't have eyes on it, but the delays are awful. 20 westbound, the crash at 285, exit 67. You're jammed in at Panola Road. That's your last chance to exit off there. Head up north. You can use Covington Highway as an alternate. Traffic brought to you by Air Conditioning Specialists. Before the first hot Georgia day hits, call Air Conditioning Specialist. Right now, get a professional AC tune-up for just $59. Call 478-COMFORT. ACS, your comfort is our specialty. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WUSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple Team Traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down. We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
When you're leaving the house, do you plead with your garage door? Please open, please open. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Let us take that anxiety away with one quick call. Our highly trained technicians will get to the bottom of your garage door issues. It could be a simple repair, a malfunctioning opener, or maybe just needs a tune-up. But if it's time for your garage door to be replaced, we'll make that easy too with upfront pricing and free estimates. When trust matters, trust us. All, the number 4, Seasons Garages.com.
Want a truly healthy home? Keep it free of bugs and critters. Breda helps protect your home inside and out. A healthy home is a Breda home.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your Easter ham. Kroger Bone-In Hickory Smoked Honey Glazed Spiral Ham is on sale now, just $1.95 a pound with your card. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
An itch that changes place every time I try to scratch. A searing hot flash in a place that I wasn't prepared for.
Stings like I'm sitting on a cactus.
Are you settling for irritating bladder protection? Ditch the itch with new Tena Sensitive Care. With its 5-in-1 skin comfort formula, keep dry and up to 100% irritation-free. Ditch the itch and switch to Tena.
Who says Easter baskets have to be baskets? At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we say grab a bucket, a wagon, a cooler, heck, grab a crawfish boiler. Then load it up with gear that outlasts Easter morning. And if you happen to find a lower price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. So go ahead, build out those baskets the Academy way. We got everything but the eggs. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose.
The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. With the Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our Guaranteed Offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Those black streaks on your roof, not just dirt. It's actually fungus that feeds on your shingles, slowly breaking them down, shortening the lifespan of your roof, even increasing your energy bills. That's why I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. Wise Guys used a soft wash to safely remove those streaks and protect the shingles, and it came with a multi-year roof treatment warranty. It's simple. One quick call, a free estimate, and no need to be home. Mention me when you book Chris Chandler and save $70 at wiseguysprowash.com. The wise choice for your home.
High five! Up top! Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Heck yeah! He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Yes! The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
We got a lot of stories, a lot of health stories, Dr. Joe.
A lot to cover. Well,
So-
everybody wants health, man. It's the one thing everybody wants.
Oh, there's other things that everybody wants.
No, the one thing.
Especially men. I can think of one thing that men
commonality
want
we all
constantly.
have. Everybody wants to be healthier.
Pills.
Everybody wants to.
Doo-doo-doo.
Bow down, bow down. Remember that song, Jared?
No.
Didn't think so. What
No.
about you, Autumn?
Everybody wants you.
Oh,
I
it's
thought it
you.
was wants you.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Uh-huh.
Wants to doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, the music for me, when it comes to Billy Squier, it's all about the music, not the lyrics, necessarily.
Poet.
Even when he jumped on that bed, he didn't lose me. They can say whatever they want. I thought, hey, he's got a feminine side. I like him more.
Exactly.
You know that whole theory that one
Go off,
video killed his entire career? Billy Squier?
I know Billy.
He was going strong.
Yeah.
And he had one video where he was jumping up and down the bed, and he just looked ridiculous. And people went, can you imagine? Just one scene. Everybody just jumped at the
Because
same
you've never
time.
done anything ridiculous on the air.
Yeah.
No. So
No.
If you ever do something
Not
ridiculous,
that ridiculous.
No. Well, I can't see you jumping up
He
and
had
down.
kind of a macho image before that.
Yeah, he was a bad boy.
And then he's
yeah.
just like frolicking on the bed. And it was like, huh?
Sissy boy, he's done.
Hey, you can't say that.
You can't?
Although that is what people were saying back in the 80s.
That's it. Well, that's it.
I
remember the day.
He was simply getting into the mind of somebody in the 80s.
I was in the 80s. My mind was there. So.
Hey, listen.
No, don't say that because now you're saying you.
Now
called
you're
him
saying you called him that, and that means makes you cancelable.
Oh.
You're
You
just
have to
quoting
s-
someone.
you're just
Joe.
Someone
quoting
else, yes.
Someone you heard.
That's what I heard. I heard a guy who knew a guy.
It was me.
that
He
said
heard
something
me.
like
Yeah.
He heard me in the
I'm trying to
80s.
get get you in trouble.
What I'm trying to say is, if you're an ascending rock star, don't jump up and down on a bed. Apparently, it's not good for your career. But that has nothing to do with Wellness Wednesday.
No, it doesn't.
It's not,
No.
it's not good for the health.
That's
It's,
true.
it's not good for your career health.
Yes,
that's for
true.
sure.
That's
all
when we
right.
have career hell is when we have Wes and Joe together at the same time.
Career
Health and
Career
wealth.
health.
Health.
We can do health and wealth together.
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, there's a podcast. Perhaps you
There
guys
it
can
is.
work together.
Oh. Bring on Clark. Man, we got it going now.
Clark's semi-retired.
Yeah, I know.
Lazy. He calls it semi-retirement. I call it lazy.
That's right.
All right, what's next?
From Pulse.ng.
Polls.
Pulse.
Pulse.
Pulse.ng.
I thought he said pulse.
I know,
Pulse.
because Jared has a fun way of
Pulse.
saying some words.
It's almost like you're born. Sometimes you have that California surfer thing.
Yeah.
Kind of
Dude.
elongate the vowels.
Well,
Pulse.
it's not intentional if I do.
Oh, well.
The one I have trouble with is Colt and Colts.
Colt and Colts?
Like the
Indianapolis
NFL
Colts?
Indianapolis Colts, and then
Oh.
a cult that you're in.
Yeah, because you're saying them the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
a cult.
Cult.
Cult and
Cult and
Colt.
Oh, okay.
Would you cull the herd or cull the herd?
Cull the herd.
Okay.
Oh, a little bit of O there. There's
Yeah,
a
a
little,
little bit of O.
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of O.
You know, he's
with
good
this
looking.
guy.
He can get away
That's
with
why
it.
his
He's good
marriage is
looking,
going
so,
so
yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
see?
True.
What is
She probably
okay?
wants more O.
Oh!
Everybody wants
They
more.
always want more.
Everybody
They always
wants
want
you. I know. You're only one man.
Insatiable.
All right. So what's the story again?
From Pulse.ng.
Polls. Okay.
Let's do it again.
I have trouble with Colts and Colts.
Like the Indianapolis Colts?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
A 110-year-old Turkish woman says drinking lots of yogurt is the secret to a long life.
Drinking lots of yogurt.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Oh,
She
like
says drink-
kefir or something?
How do you drink yogurt? I mean, I know how you would, but it would be
well,
a sludgy drink.
The yogurt we have is not the yogurt that they have in Turkey. It is thinner there. So
Turkey, by the way.
Turkey?
That's what we're
Turkey.
called now.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Okay.
Yes?
We can't hear music.
He's not jumping on the bed. It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, good. Yeah. No, I mean, that yogurt is not pasteurized. The cows aren't fed steroids and chemicals and hormones and antibiotics and genetically modified food. So that type of yogurt probably has a lot of benefits.
And a 110-year-old lady, you say that's the yogurt's kept you alive this long, huh? Do you smear it all over your body? As I bring up, you're kind of full of yogurt.
I think it's
You know,
almost
too
done
much.
here, yeah.
Well, I thought she was going to say the day drinking was what kept her going.
She's
Hippocrates said all disease begins in the gut, so she took care of her gut. She's living a long time.
Now, she's just swimming in yogurt. It's overflowing.
She's oozing.
I always have to say in these situations, it's because of the DNA. You make it to 110.
Yeah.
It's not because of the yogurt or the bourbon. Are you okay?
She's drowning.
She's drowning in yogurt. Alex Williams says it's a bumper-to-bumper ride on I-20.
Yeah, what a mess in DeKalb County, Eric. I-20 westbound is stacked in, starting now before Panola Road, exit 71, trying to get over to this crash, blocking multiple lanes at 285, exit 67. That means using Covington Highway as an alternate. Travel advisory continues on the west side perimeter. Crash 285 southbound, the outer loop, South Cobb Drive, exit 15, back to blocking 2 left lanes, but it's bumper to bumper as you try to make your way past the Truist Park region. You can head through downtown, but again, that's going to be slow as an alternate with just all that volume down there. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
You're a planner? Good for you. Hot weather is coming, but you'll be cool and comfortable with TE Certified. Chris Chandler for TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. March is the lowest price of the season for AC maintenance, just $59. Their expert technician service all brands, so be an early bird. Schedule your $59 AC checkup by March 31st.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Dave Baker here with big news. Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making March unforgettable. Here's the deal. Coolray will upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system for as low as $60 a month. Look, if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace it before the Georgia heat arrives. And for 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, a big blow to social media. A jury in Los Angeles says Meta and YouTube are liable in the case of a woman who claims social media addiction as a child led her to mental health issues later in life. She's been awarded $3 million. Correspondent Alex Stone reports with reaction from the companies.
In a statement to ABC News, YouTube saying it will appeal the verdict. It says, quote, the case misunderstands YouTube, which is a responsibility-built streaming platform, not a social media site, end quote. Separately, Facebook and Instagram owner Meta saying it also disagrees with the verdict and it's evaluating its legal options. The belief is if the case is allowed to move forward by higher courts, that it could open a floodgate of lawsuits against social media companies by plaintiffs seeking money.
69 degrees in Atlanta, trending warmer tomorrow, even warmer on Friday. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. This just in, an investigation underway after an Atlanta public school bus is hit by a stray bullet in southwest Atlanta. Police and school district officers are on the scene investigating at Campbellton Road near Dodson Drive. APS says the bullet shattered the glass of one of the bus's windows, and 2 children have minor scratches from the shattered glass. The students are children of the bus driver, and they were the only ones on board. A South Fulton police officer is accused of sexually assaulting a woman he arrested. Investigators say Officer Michael Sheely Cochran turned off his body cam to conceal his interaction with the victim, but in-car technology played a critical role.
It was determined that when they took off, he took her to an undisclosed location where the sexual assault took place.
Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Alexander says at the time Cochran was responding to a domestic dispute call involving the victim. He is now in the Fulton County Jail. You may worry about what happens if you miss your flight because of those long TSA lines.
Some of the airlines have been trying to hold departures to help travelers make their flights, and some are also allowing you to rebook at no extra charge. WSB consumer expert Clark Howard.
Airlines don't want people to get discouraged and stop booking travel. So airlines have been doing a better job than normal at working with people trying to accommodate their replacement travel plans.
Clark says always download your carrier's app before you travel. It's the best way to stay on top of flight departure times and gate information. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Brookhaven police are trying to locate a person of interest in a shooting Sunday in a Kroger parking lot on Peachtree Road. A 75-year-old man was shot and taken to the hospital for medical treatment. Police are releasing videos and photos of the person they are looking for. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers, and we have posted the pictures on our website and the WSB radio app. A new era for Gwinnett County Schools as the district selects its next superintendent.
Dr. Alexandra Estrella will soon lead the state's largest school district, home to almost 180,000 students at about 140 schools. That is a sizable jump from her most recent post in Norwalk, Connecticut, with 12,000 students in 22 schools. Still, she comes highly recommended, receiving praise from former U.S. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona.
He described her as a leader who keeps students at the center, drives academic progress, and advances equity with intention and courage.
Board member Dr. Therese Johnson-Morgan was part of a unanimous vote to name Dr. Estrella to the role. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
And DeKalb's interim school superintendent delivers an upbeat assessment on the state of the district and looks to the future today.
Half pep rally, half report card. DeKalb school leader Dr. Norman Saw says the state of the district is great, pointing to successful programs implemented in the recent past.
We've also introduced elementary athletics because we know early exposure builds confidence and camaraderie.
Sauce also addressed the declining enrollment in the county, knowing tough decisions have to be made over school assignment.
When schools get too small, or are bursting at the seams, students lose access to robust programming.
Sauce says DeKalb has to make sure resources are in place for all students. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
UGA's Terry College of Business comes out on top in Bloomberg Business Week's new rankings of the best business schools in the country. Bloomberg says Terry's median total cost is among the lowest in the country at just over $46,000, while the return on investment is more than $550,000. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
I-20 westbound in DeKalb County is not where you want to be, Bill. Crash blocking multiple lanes, 20 west at 285 exit 67, and it is absolutely bumper to bumper starting before Panola Road. That's your last chance to exit and get up and head up and use Covington Highway as an alternate. Travel advisory in Cobb County. Crash still in 2 left lanes, 285 southbound the outer loop South Cobb Drive, exit 15. Delays now stretching back towards Sandy Springs. And a crash south side perimeter. It's on the 285 south ramp to 85 south down there near the airport, blocking the right side of that ramp. So 285 slows from Camp Creek Parkway. And the inner loop delays stretch almost back to 75 there in Clayton County. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for an EH system, make or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Fair skies for this evening. Temperatures falling into the upper 40s to low 50s for tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny and trending warmer tomorrow afternoon. High 78. A very warm day on Friday with highs in the mid 80s.
Right now it's 69 in Smyrna, 68 in Lilburn, and 70 in Peachtree City. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
A stunning home calls for stunning exterior craftsmanship. That's why you trust the Plus. Painting Plus. They have the most experienced exterior craftsmen in the industry.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. Trust the Plus family of businesses for everything on your list.
Painting Plus. The Plus means anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Your complete exterior solution.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Someone calls you to lay your bike down? Get the very best. SteelHorseLaw.com.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner. Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Belinda Skelton here, and I'm with Troy Pensa. Took me up on my free offer of a heart scan from Virtual Imaging and has an incredible story to tell.
I had actually signed up for an Ironman triathlon. As a proactive measure, I went to Virtual Imaging to get my heart scan done. Turns out that my score was a little higher than anticipated. Luckily, my primary care physician took serious notice of it, referred me to a cardiologist. I had my stress test and found out I had 3 blockages.
You weren't having any symptoms.
As an athlete and somebody who's been active my entire life, I never thought that I would even have a remote blockage, but turns out that it's hereditary.
You didn't even experience any chest pains?
None whatsoever.
Wow, that's the scary part. What are you waiting for? Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan with few minimum requirements. If not for yourself, then do it for a loved one. Call now at 770-678-SCAN or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com. 770-678-SCAN.
Dr. Joe.
Here.
Let people know how they're going to get more, how they can get. How they going to get.
How they gonna get.
You tell them how they're going to get more Dr. Joe.
Yeah. Come to my house anytime. Just knock on the door. You know, I'm very open.
Be careful.
I know. It's a little I did have a stalker once. You ever have a stalker?
Security always takes care of that.
Oh,
I hear
do?
about it after it's over.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah.
You had a stalker? First of all, tell people I can get more Dr. Joe, and then we'll talk about your stalker.
Okay, Sunday nights, 8 to 10, right here on WSB. I'd love to have you listen and, of course, call in with your health questions because that show is caller-driven. Yeah. And if you have any questions...
You said that in a pointed way, like there's something wrong with my show for not being caller-driven.
No.
But I'm going to let it go.
I'm not as good as you, so I have to have
caller-driven. I'm in a good mood, shows. Right, Autumn? I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah,
That's the way to deal with it. You don't confront people all the time.
you just...
Let it go.
Thank you, Father,
all right.
for I have sinned here.
Certainly have.
Yes.
But I'm going to let it go.
Okay. Say it over and over again, yes.
So if
Okay.
people want to call in, just call it Dr.
Feel
Joe
free,
Show.
yes, exactly. Or anytime, day or night, my website, drjoe.com, drjoe.com. Send me your health questions. I will answer them personally. You can make an appointment to come see me. Great website. And follow me on social media.
Was she hot?
The stalker?
Yeah.
She was actually, yes.
Okay, well, there you go. Best kind to have, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Hey.
You're going to have one.
It all worked out, right?
Yes.
It all worked out. Everything good?
Oh, yeah, never.
She in a
became
mental hospital now?
I don't know where she I
Was she
have no
telling
idea.
people that she was your wife?
Yeah, no, I don't think it was anything like that.
Okay.
It was just scary, though, yeah. She knew everything I did for a whole week. Like she
so
said,
you only had a stalker for a week?
Well, I don't know how
Well,
long
what did
she
she?
stalked.
Did she write you little letters? I saw
No,
you
she
at
told,
the store
she called
today.
me. Oh, what happened was I used to give out my pager number back in the day.
What a dum dum!
Yeah, I know. And I got a page, and I called her, and she goes, "Who was that you were with last night?" And I was like, "What?" And it was the girl I was dating at the time. We'd gone out to dinner, and
That was my wife.
Yeah, it was my wife. Yeah. And she knew I went to Sears and got a Phillips head
Really?
screwdriver.
And this was just like a listener or something?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Well, she must have really. Was she ever a patient? Was she somebody you could identify?
No, I knew who
Had
she
you
was.
ever laid hands on
No,
this
I never
person?
laid hands on this
Had you
person,
ever
no.
adjusted this person?
No, this was just a random.
My goodness.
You know.
Well, now they're happily married.
Yes,
Yes,
they're
that's
happily
true.
married, and they have three kids.
Yep,
and
one of each.
The leader of her PTA.
Yes, exactly.
She's
So-
really put it together.
Yeah, it's
Dr. Joe really fixed her.
She had a great second half.
Worked out well, yes.
All right. So what's what Wellness Wednesday story do we have?
have got a package from our friends at
Oh,
CBS.
we got a package, Dr. Joe, just for you.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Yes.
A new study finds probiotic foods like kimchi, made from fermented cabbage or Korean radish, are not only good for your gut, but work to remove micro and nanoplastics from your system. They can infiltrate cells, tissues, and even the
Or
blood-brain barrier. They've been linked to Crohn's disease, colitis, and other diseases that can increase the risk of diabetes and colorectal cancer. Scientists found the lactic acid strains in kimchi can absorb one of the most common forms of nanoplastics derived from polystyrene before it's excreted. The study from the World Institute of Kimchi is published in Bioresource Technology. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
So it comes out as number 2, I take it?
Yes.
Is that what happens?
The most important part of that whole
Can we get the
package
yogurt
was,
out of the yogurt lady? Well, that is a probiotic.
That is a probiotic.
Okay.
yeah.
She's still drowning.
She's drowning in yogurt.
I hope she makes it to 111. You okay over there?
The most amazing part of this, there's a World Institute of Kimchi.
Oh.
And they're also doing the pro kimchi studies.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a study
Boo.
coming from the
Hey.
kimchi. Is this big kimchi?
This is Big Kimchi taking over.
Kimchi.
That was a
Okay.
stalker, Big Kimchi.
Yeah, that was her name. Yeah, I remember her.
Drag queen named Kimchi.
Large and hot.
Yes.
Who were you fermenting with last
That's
night?
right. Yeah. So, no, it's true. The probiotics, certain types of lactic acid bacteria can actually bind to the plastic and then excrete it through the body.
I don't know that I've had kimchi. I've had like would it have been on like I have enjoyed. It's been a long time, but like the Korean tacos, like from the taco trucks and stuff like that. Does that have kimchi
that
in
would
there?
probably have
Yeah,
kimchi.
but it might
in
have it in there.
It
Because
might
it did have a
pickled onion.
spice. It did. Yeah, it did
Yeah,
have like
it's a
kind of-
spicy cabbage. Yeah, it's actually very
It's so
tasty.
good.
Some of them have fish paste in it, and fish paste usually has monosodium
I'll
glutamate.
notice that. I'll notice that
You'll know right
immediately.
away, huh?
I'll
Yeah.
notice that immediately. And I
Yep.
don't like any kind of seafood flavor.
You
Yeah.
like Thai food?
Huh?
You like Thai food?
I do like Thai food.
There's a lot of fish sauce in Thai food that
Yeah.
goes undetected.
Yeah.
I used to.
oyster sauce.
I used to. I
And,
used to. Now that it's in my brain, you've ruined all
Yeah.
Thai food for me.
Oh, no.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Well, if you go to Thai House,
I have such a large palate, though. It's okay. I'll
yeah,
replace it.
yeah, I know, right?
So-
It tastes like a burger. Up in Thai House up in Roswell, they have a
Yes.
whole menu
I
with
have
no
been
fish
there.
sauce. You've been? I like that place.
I have been there.
Yes, Cameron is the owner. Tell him
Just
I said hi.
click
the microphone.
Click the microphone and put the Von Hessler doctrine in and get 20. No,
There you go.
Get
Right.
an appetizer.
No, they have a whole.
Get a free appetizer on the Von.
They have-
No, it's
mention
not
Eric.
true.
No, it's not true.
It's
No.
not true. Don't know anybody.
No, but,
I went there years ago, but
and it's very good. But they have a whole menu that has no fish sauce in it at all.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that's what I'm going to do. How George? How about that? I'm going to go and I'm going to order off the no fish sauce menu.
You might find that you like the fish sauce stuff better.
And I didn't know, right? Because
Right,
I didn't,
exactly.
I
You gotta go,
doubt
this
that.
is so boring.
I
What is
highly
no
doubt
flavor
that.
here? Yeah.
Highly doubt that.
No, they have a whole vegan menu. Very
I don't
good.
like cabbage, though. I don't know why I would like kimchi. I guess because it's spiced. It's all
It does.
spicy.
It's all wilted and everything. It's kind of
Yeah.
fermented and broken
Smell
down.
like
so
cabbage. You walk into a house like, oh, what did grandma die here?
No,
it's
that's
good
a
for you.
different
Has
thing
diindole
than
methane,
this.
which prevents your testosterone from converting into estrogen. Keeps your testosterone.
So it's good for you, is what
Very
you're saying.
good for you.
Is
Very
that just
good.
is that true with the kimchi as well
yes,
when you spice
yes.
it up?
The diindole methane is in there. It's good for you. The dim we call
So
it.
is it pickled cabbage? Is that what kimchi
yes,
is?
fermented. Yeah,
It's
so pickled, yeah.
fermented.
I'll go with pickled. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
pickled, fermented.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different.
Messed up.
Messed up. Yeah.
But it is messed up. We got one more for Dr. Joe before
well,
we
from the
kick
new-
him in the behind and push him out of here.
Speaking of behind,
By the way, my feet got nothing to.
You didn't ask. I was waiting.
Oh, you didn't offer.
I will do it at this break, and I will
Wow.
wait. Not even be on the air. Wait for you and do it at the second break.
Well,
Wow. I will do that.
Just
for you.
don't have anything going on
I
in
got
your
nothing
life.
going on.
That's
I got nothing.
he loves you, Eric. He loves you.
Hey, listen, I love
You
them.
were the stalker. You
Yes.
were the stalker, Eric.
Dum dum dum.
What radio show were you on last
Yes.
week? I saw you. All right, very quickly. We will have another story very quickly.
This is from the New York Times, guys. The butt muscles are the unsung heroes of longevity, guys.
And now, what's behind this? No matter how much, I didn't even mean to do that. But I do a lot of walking, but I still got if I wanted my butt muscles to be better, my glutes.
Yes.
I think I would have to start doing the different exercises.
Yeah, you have to do like squats or lunges to build
Yeah.
up the glutes because there's 3 different glute muscles. You got to work
I'm
them
embarrassed.
a
I'm embarrassed that I have such a flabby ass.
Well, just wear tight pants. It kind of lifts
I
everything
do.
up.
I do.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I put,
Get those Halara leggings that have like the butt lifting technology.
I put fillers in there.
Is that what it is? Yeah. I gave you that years ago, didn't I? I gave you a
Get a
pair of
BBL.
underwear with
Yes,
implants in them.
yeah.
Yeah. You could wear your implanted.
I put it in my Dr. Joe
drawer. Yes, the memorabilia drawer.
Dr. Joe wearables.
Get the push-up butt pants.
Yes, that's what she's talking
Yeah,
about.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
He's repeating what you said. Oliver.
Hey, you know what you should
That's
do? Is
you
get those butt
influenced this
pants.
guy.
Listen,
so
it's
much.
about saying it different ways.
That's what it
Yes.
is. That's what
Yeah,
we do.
especially when a man
Audience has
says
to
it,
hear
people
things.
hear it better.
Of course. That's why I'm here, Autumn.
Yes, that's right.
I'm here to speak for you.
which makes you kind of a feminist.
Yes.
Exactly.
You can
I'm looking out
mansplain
for
everything
her.
You
for
want to make sure that
I
the
care.
female voice is heard.
I care about Autumn, and I want to make sure that she can explain her perspective.
Very quickly
Yes,
on this.
the glute muscles stabilize the hips and the low back, and
So
they
I
keep
gotta
you
do
more
it?
active. You got to build up those glute
I got to do
muscles.
those things that Bob Newhart used to do next to his bed.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
exactly. Yes,
calisthenics.
at the
Knee-
show, yeah.
knee-
Or just do the stairs, up and down stairs. I'll do it
But
too.
I do it all the time. I'm always walking and going on stairs and stuff
At
like
our
that.
age, you need a little more than that.
Apparently.
More than
Or
this.
Gonna need a.
you could just wear the butt lifting pants.
Yeah, they'll
Hey,
Good
there we
idea,
go.
John.
See, what a great idea.
Third time's a charm. All right, Dr. Joe, thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
will remove my shoes in just a moment. Alex Williams says 285 South is a mess in Cobb.
And a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here, Eric, because what's made it this mess is the crash on 285 southbound, the outer loop at South Cobb Drives, that at times was blocking 3 left lanes. It just pulled away. They got the cars towed out of the roadway. Everything is back open, but you're feeling the pinch all the way back to New Northside Powers Ferry, exit 22, coming out of Sandy Springs. Also had a negative impact on 75 South out of Marietta from Delk Road, just trying to get onto I-285. Crash on I-20 westbound in DeKalb County. That's still a hot mess over there on the east side. This crash, I-20 westbound, right at 285, exit 67. It's been blocking multiple lanes. That's why the ride is bumper to bumper back to the mall at Stonecrest. Covington Highway will get you around that. If you're heading into town, 85 South stacks in at 400, 75 before Howell Mill, and a rollover crash on Northside Drive just south of I-75 in northwest Atlanta at Bellamute Avenue. Left lane blocked both ways there. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Your deck is more than just a place to flip a burger or have a cup of coffee. It gathers your friends and family on all your favorite occasions and is there to enjoy every day. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and we build beautiful, high-quality decks at a reasonable price. We're licensed and insured, provide exceptional customer service, design help, and we'll work with the materials you want. Strength, durability, beauty. Decks done differently. Built by Nelson Exteriors. Get your free estimate. Google Nelson Exteriors.
I'm Rick Jackson. My dad abandoned us. My mom was an alcoholic, so I left the projects. Shoe shining, ticket scalping, vacuum sales. I found purpose in work and built a $3 billion business. Like President Trump, I don't owe anybody anything. And like you, I'm sick of career politicians. I'm running for governor to lead America in criminal deportations, to cut income taxes in half, freeze our insane property taxes, reform the system so that anyone who can work will work, and not just sit around binge watching Netflix and eating Cheetos. I'll let law enforcement do their job. And if you're caught helping a child change their sex, you're going to jail. I'm Rick Jackson, and I'll get these done. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Obviously, it's the bugs inside you want gone. So why have so many pest control companies stopped coming inside?
It's more profit, but that's like locking the front door after the burglar is already in.
Mark Aram here with Matt Breda from Breda Pest Management.
We don't just spray and pray. Our interior protection is precise, low impact, and designed to keep families and pets safe.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
True or false? Repainting the exterior of your home is a giant pain.
Very true, which is why so many people love Rhino Shield.
One exterior coating, up to 25 years of protection, backed by warranty.
No chipping, peeling, cracking, or that dreadful repainting your home every 5 years.
And it helps insulate your home, which can reduce your energy bills.
Get a free quote at RhinoShieldGA.com.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BRUX91. That's BRUX91.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Dr. Joe has to sit in the corner and not say anything. We'll see how that goes.
Are you satisfied, Eric?
Am I satisfied with what?
Oh, I saw Dr. Joe behind the counter over there with you.
Oh,
Okay.
He's satisfied my every need. My every need. For the moment. Next break, he's going to do it again.
Okay.
Because I'm one of those guys, double dip.
Makes sense. You got to reload.
I only see him once a week. Got to reload.
You miss him.
Got to reload. What was it I was going to... There's something you had on here that I was interested in learning more about. And oh, yes, you've been trying to push this on me for a little bit now, so you might as well get it out of the way. It is kind of strange. I don't know what the purpose of it is, why we would bring it up, but apparently there's identical twins in Australia, and they do everything together.
Oh,
And
these two.
Are you familiar with these two?
Yeah.
Are they making the rounds?
No, they've been around for a long time.
Okay. And now we have a package about them?
They're not it's not a package.
Oh.
But they admit that they even share a boyfriend together.
Well, it doesn't. You don't have to be identical twins to have that happen. I mean, it does happen in this world. Right, George?
Oh, yeah.
We're identical twins. We just think we're one person. We wake up together. We shower together. We go to the toilet at the same time.
That's absurd.
Can you just hurry up, mate? And we share the same boyfriend.
Huh?
No, have you seen them?
Team or like Ben in his own way will please both of us. If Ben does something to one twin in the bedroom, he has to do the other.
Anna and
Did you see what they look like?
No, I haven't seen them. I don't.
They're very odd looking.
They odd. They're odd sounding.
Yeah.
I would say.
Why? They play if my boyfriend pleases me.
He's got to go to the. So well, I guess the real question is, what does the boyfriend look like?
He's kind of reminds me like a Jersey guy a little bit.
Yeah, he looks kind of normal.
Yeah.
Well, a Jersey guy like that Jersey guy you have who's happy to have ice in the airport?
Oh yeah, this
guy from Jersey.
He's in LaGuardia. Yeah, listen to this.
Oh, they're right there. All right, they're good to hear to help. They're not bothering nobody. As long as they can check my bags and get me on my flight, I'm good to go. Right?
You know what I mean?
I want to get to the Bahamas. I want out of here.
I don't blame him.
I want to get out of here. I want to go to the Bahamas.
Get a little Christopher Walken at the end. I want to go to the Bahamas.
I want to go to the Bahamas.
Bahamas.
That's where my twins are.
Gotta go see my twins.
Yeah.
That's actually I'm just reading about how that sort of affectation is going away. Actually,
so is a Southern accent.
It's being kept. That one in particular is being kept alive in like Scorsese movies or mob movies. But apparently, it's not easy to find it in New York, New Jersey, the way you used to be able to.
Well, what's happening now, especially with all these TSA lines, is you get the left-wing news sources are going and they're finding people that don't like the ICE people.
Right.
So the ABC, CBSs, they're like, I hate the ICE people being in
Right.
line. That one.
I wonder
was
what
from,
Fox News is doing.
That's from Fox there.
I love them.
And that's
you
exactly.
know what? I 100x more. I love them.
And that's one of the things that Fox posted here was this guy.
Oh, they're right there.
Yeah.
All right, they're good to hear to help. They're not bothering nobody. As long as they can check my bags and get me on my flight, I'm good to go.
I mean,
Right?
come on.
I want to get to the Bahamas. I want out of here.
I want out of here.
I mean, come on. What am I going to not accept help? I mean, come on. They're doing the thing. They got a gun, but it's like, hey, you just don't no sudden
I
moves.
ain't
You
doing
know what I
nothing.
mean?
I ain't doing nothing.
Hey, I'm not doing nothing. I'm trying to get home.
I give him a
So I'm
smile.
going to the Bahamas.
Get the Bahamas.
Pretty sure that's the boyfriend of the two twins that are Australian.
That's what I said. We already did that
Yeah,
joke.
I know.
Jared.
George did that
where's your
joke
head
already.
today?
We're identical twins.
I don't know. What are you just
Hey,
copying joke?
the twins. The
Yeah.
You're an
jokes. This guy's from
You're
his
an
last name's
influence on
Yamamoto.
Jared. Alex Williams, hopefully he doesn't do the same joke, is watching downtown.
Yes, sir, Eric. We are watching the brake light battle into the heart of the city, coming through northwest Atlanta. 75 south stacks in around Moores Mill, 400 approaching Sidney Marcus, and those delays stick with you all the way through Midtown and downtown to I-20. Not any better northbound. 75, 85 northbound slows at University Avenue. You'll find some relief, though, once you get up to Peachtree, Pine Street. And they're still working that crash in northwest Atlanta, Northside Drive at Bellamede Avenue, just south of I-75. Left lane blocked in both directions there. Consider Howell Mill as an alternate. That's going to be slow as well. Also watching a big jam on I-20 in DeKalb County, Chinwe, Maponia Cook.
Got a crash working the westbound lanes, I-20, westbound at I-285, and it's putting the pinch on that ride coming out of Stonecrest. Your delays are back towards Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. This traffic report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Are you not using your garage door as much as you like because you lost your remote? I mean, I get it. You're embarrassed. You don't want to look dopey in front of the garage door guy, and it's around here somewhere, so it's bound to turn up. Except that was 3 years ago. And now you're parking in your driveway or running through the rain to open it with the keypad, instead of taking advantage of one of the greatest technologies America's ever shared with the world. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians have replacement remotes compatible with every make and model of garage door, whether it's one of ours or not. And since most new cars have openers built in, we can program your car to open your door without a remote, so you can lose your replacement all you want. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you sorted out. Now, if you lose your remote and your car, well, we're back to square one.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less With expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything, from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
Why should you choose Sweet James Accident Attorneys if you're hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking wreck? Hey, this is Mark Aram. You choose Sweet James because results matter. Here are some of the settlements won for injured victims by the attorneys at Sweet James. $9 million won for a client hurt in a bicycle accident. $700,000 won for a client hurt in a car wreck. $1 million for a client hurt in a motorcycle accident. Sweet James wins for clients hurt in these types of cases 98% of the time. They consistently win top settlements. So if you're hurt in an accident and results matter to you, call the attorneys at Sweet James and pay nothing until they win. They can't promise the outcome, but it's important you have a law firm like Sweet James by your side, a firm that cares and a firm that wins. Get a free case review at 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION, 800-900-0000, and at sweetjames.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, a South Fulton police officer is accused of sexually assaulting a woman he arrested and trying to cover it up.
Investigators say Officer Michael Sheely Cochran turned off his body camera before the alleged assault. At the time, officers were responding to a domestic dispute call involving the victim. Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Alexander explains in-car technology proved critical in the investigation.
GPS data is built into it, so we know that he took her off track of where he should have been and stopped for a period of time and started the route again.
Cochran is in the Fulton County Jail. At South Fulton Police Headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
69 degrees in Atlanta, warming up the next 2 days when a cold front arrives to cool us off. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. An Atlanta Public Schools bus is hit by a stray bullet this afternoon in southwest Atlanta. An investigation underway at Campbellton Road near Dodson Drive. APS says the bullet shattered the glass of one of the bus's windows, and 2 children have minor scratches from that shattered glass. The students are children of the bus driver, and they were the only ones on board. An Atlanta man is among those facing federal charges after they're accused of smuggling millions of dollars of computer chips to China. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
The 3 defendants have been arrested and charged with conspiring to commit smuggling and export control violations, according to U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg.
These export controls are terribly important when it comes to technology that can be used for civilian purposes or perhaps for military or law enforcement or intelligence gathering purposes.
Hertzberg says they were able to intercept messages that led to the unraveling of the case. He says the 3 may find themselves facing other, more serious charges. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Iran says no to a U.S. ceasefire plan.
I'm Vicky Barker at the Foreign Desk in London. Iranian state television reports Tehran has rejected the 15-point American ceasefire proposal, insisting the war will only end on its terms and timeline. And Iran has just issued its own ceasefire proposal, calling for war reparations and complete sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz.
Social media giants Meta and YouTube are found liable in a closely watched civil trial in California. Reporter Elizabeth Schulze says the companies are accused of intentionally designing addictive products.
A major verdict here for these 2 tech giants. Both Meta and YouTube were found negligent in this landmark trial. I'm just going to read you what I've gotten from the plaintiffs' attorneys. They say that the jury found both companies liable for negligence and failure to warn, saying that these companies did design their apps to be addictive for young kids.
This case is seen as a test case by hundreds of similar lawsuits across the U.S., which are still pending. DeKalb County Police are investigating after a child is found shot to death at a home on Loveless Drive in Ellenwood. The 7-year-old boy, identified by the medical examiner as Anthony Jones III. It appears the boy accidentally shot himself. Investigators are trying to determine how he got the gun. 2 teenagers are arrested in a Gwinnett County murder case. Glenn Fitzpatrick of Winder and Michael Coker of Loganville are charged with murder in the shooting death of 19-year-old Tavius Threat Jr. last week. Corporal Ryan Winderweedle with Gwinnett Police says the body was found after a crash.
Someone called 911
that the car had been crashed into, and when officers arrived, they located the male deceased from an apparent gunshot wound, and so that obviously started the homicide investigation.
Both suspects 18 years old and are held without bond. New technology will help track school buses in Forsyth County.
The school system is starting this spring to install tablets onto the more than 400 buses they use. Drivers will be able to use the devices like a GPS to see their routes and upcoming stops, and district staff can see where buses go in real time. Superintendent Mitch Young emphasizes how this will improve transportation safety, as district staff and drivers can see student and route information through the BusRight platform. Parents can also keep tabs on when their child might be getting home through an app. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Checking the ride to the northern suburbs, Bill. 85 northbound, slowing. Trying to get outside the perimeter. Brake lights find you just north of Shallowford Road. Stays pretty heavy up to Pleasantdale Road. Then you're just going to be on and off the brakes for the ride up into Norcross and Duluth. 400 northbound. Toughest part of that ride's in Sandy Springs from 285 up to the North Springs MARTA station. Then some scattered brake lights between Alpharetta and Cummings starting around Old Milton Parkway up to Highway 141. How are things looking on I-75 through Cobb County? Chinway, Maponia Cook.
Pretty slow as you're leaving the perimeter, I-285. If you're taking I-75 northbound, those delays hit you at Windy Hill. You're going to pass through Marietta, and they don't really ease until you get into Ackworth at Highway 92. If you plan on getting on I-575, you're also going to be slow leaving that I-75 split, and those delays also end around Highway 92, exit 7. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening. Temperatures cooling to the upper 40s to low 50s through tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny tomorrow afternoon and warming up quickly into the upper 70s. Sunshine on Friday and very warm, climbing to a high around 84. A cold front dropping down on Friday evening. Just a slim chance of an isolated rain shower. Otherwise mainly dry for Friday night, but cooling down on Saturday and Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 40s. Daytime highs in the mid to upper 60s.
Right now, 64 in Locust Grove, 66 in Sewanee, and 68 in Lithia Springs. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Oh my goodness. Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And look who's here. Dr. Joe out the door, Wes Moss in the door.
It's like old times. Wes Wednesday. Remember we had that?
Oh, did we have that?
We sure did.
I don't remember we ever had that.
We sure did.
I remember we had something.
I do remember that. I love that. Those were great days. And now it is a Wednesday again.
Hey, you know what? Full circle, my friend. We've come back to the beginning.
Really, in real life, I just had kids' sporting events yesterday and couldn't be here.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
You got a lot of kids and they got a lot of sports they're in. And
I was here yesterday for a couple of hours.
Oh, no, I saw you upstairs. I didn't make eye contact because I knew that you weren't going to be down here, and I didn't want to start something. I didn't want you to feel bad.
Hey, wait a minute. You have time to do this, but not come on our show.
Yes. Well, I wasn't really thinking that, but I was thinking if I look at him in the eye, he's going to think I'm thinking that, and I don't want him to think I'm thinking that.
So glad we didn't make eye contact.
I'm very easygoing. I know when to make eye contact.
That's a high emotional intelligence.
It really is. I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable for letting me down. You had let me down, but I was okay with it.
Very nice.
And I didn't want you.
It's a very high level of emotional
and
intelligence.
Autumn says I don't have empathy. Of course I do. I'm always thinking
very
about
empathetic.
Wes, Eric was playing 20D chess there.
I was.
He was. Well.
The president plays 1,000D chess, but I'm catching up with a mere. There's 1,000 Ds. Only 20 Ds for me. I don't know, Wes Moss. Everything going on in the world right now. Are you familiar with this story? And you don't have to speak to it if you don't want to. But so the president last weekend, I think it was on Saturday, he says, Iran, you've got 48 hours to do everything I want you to do, or we're just going to blow you to smithereens. We're going to actually what he was talking about is considered a war crime when you go against all the energy of a country. And then on Monday, before the markets opened, he said, you know what? We're talking to some people over there. It seems to be going well. I'm going to give a 5-day reprieve. And 580 million oil trades made minutes before Trump's key Iran announcement. Now,
did he say the word smithereens?
He didn't say smithereens, but no, he did not say that. Although I lost on Polymarket because I had bet that he was going to use the term smithereens. But as the whole gambling world goes around. But
You're talking about,
I'm talking about it's like there could be some insiders that were tipped off that he was just about to do this post and oil was going to go down. And is that possible? I think it is possible. It doesn't mean it absolutely did happen. How do you feel about that? If he was making money for himself or friends based on these things, that's pretty awful. So I don't want to say it happened if I don't know it happened. So what do you think?
Well, there was an interview I saw today around that very topic with Jay Clayton, who used to be, he was essentially saying that will have to be looked into by the SEC. And the SEC is supposedly, and again, this is way out of my league. So this is my general understanding, is that it's pretty easy for them to see when someone makes a trade. If it's a stock, that's very easy to track. And it's easy to say, well, obviously or it looks as though someone had this information 10 minutes before.
Somebody's betting that oil's about to go down
a day before.
A bunch.
It is different, I believe. Again, I'm not a commodities trader. That is the regulation there is by the CFTC versus the SEC, and it is different to track oil trades and commodity trades. But either way, whether it was just oil or it was S&P futures contracts or E-mini futures that 15 minutes before, either way, both of those will be looked into. Yeah. That goes back to, is it who would have that kind of information? And then the question goes back to, is it legal and is it ethical for someone in Congress to utilize that kind of information? And the reality is, it's my understanding, again, I'm not an attorney here, that the rules are still not overly clear and specified for members of Congress and our elected officials. Are they able to trade or not on information that they're learning? I mean, the
administration. It could be somebody who's just in the inner circle, or and then tells somebody. Could be oil barons. Could be people in the Gulf states. Who knows who is tipped off to this? But they'll
look into it.
But I want to say is I want to be objective here. Now, in reality, it is possible, because I know that I thought when I went to bed on Sunday night, I was like kind of scared, and there was a thing in the back of my mind that was like, yeah, but he does this a lot where when the markets are closed, he makes a threat. And then right before the markets open, he backs off on that threat because he doesn't want to have the stock market go down. So then I'm thinking, there's a possibility that somebody would make that gamble on their own. Hey, this is the president's behavior. I'm gonna make a gamble that he's gonna taco this before the markets open. It is something a sensible brain could do, although it was a lot of money. The worst thing would be that, he or his sons or somebody is tipping somebody off.
Yeah, I think it's going to be proportional. I think it's, if there's $1 billion fund that put $500 million into it, then there could be an issue. If you are looking at a $500 billion fund, as an example, and they put in 10 million or 15 million, and I don't know if we know the exact amounts, right, then maybe it is something that was just a coincidence. So that has to be looked into and it has to be investigated.
You could possibly work it that way, because he does do this where he tends to be very, very, this bully behavior with the world quite often happens when the markets are closed, and then he pulls back before they open.
We saw it during this almost exact season with tariffs in March and April of last year.
Yeah, Friday
we saw very, very similar situation where he had such control and the voice over the situation. We knew the pain point came when markets were down up almost 20%. We knew that was a major pain point for him and the administration, and really probably everyone in Congress.
Right. And after that, he did start trying to maneuver it so by Monday the markets will feel good about stuff.
And I think the other big catalyst, I don't know if y'all remember, it's when interest rates went up dramatically. And instead of money going to safety, buying up treasuries and rates coming down, like you typically see in a stock type panic, you see money flow into gold, you see money flow into treasuries. The opposite happened. So you saw, and then there was a story about big foreign adversaries dumping treasuries, and the combination of a really bad market and higher interest rates all at the same time, which is kind of a double whammy. It's a bad double whammy. Then we started to see some tempering of, okay, well, this is now a negotiation. And
then
this is just a more complicated version of that, because now you've
because that's what I'm saying is, when you're looking for something that's fraud like this, first you have to remove anything that's rational. What I'm saying is, because the examples that you brought up, after that, he started kind of timing the way that he did these things and would say things that were more outrageous when the markets were closed and then come back to something more normalized before the markets open. So the point I'm making is, if you're investigating these oil trades right before this happened, there is something there that says a rational mind could have bet on this happening. And therefore, it's not a slam dunk that it was insider information, but it's a lot of money, and there's still a good chance there was some inside information. But there is enough there to say that somebody could rationally bet on that, I suppose.
Agreed.
And especially if you got $1 gazillion in a sovereign wealth fund or whatever the hell you're playing with in these Gulf states. Did you want to take a break before we went to a story?
You know what? Why don't we tease another story coming up? Because there's a lot of market movement going on.
Is there a lot of market movement going on?
A lot of market
Tremendous. It's a tough time to be an oil trader.
Are you going to tell us all about this market movement?
Well,
when we
I
come
think,
back?
and you brought up private credit as well as something else.
I'm worried.
It's a very real thing in the headlines. I think it's important. We can talk about that.
So basically,
Absolutely.
the shadow banking, you were allowed to do all the things that after the crash, banks were told they couldn't do anymore, right?
If you think about bank regulation went way up, so
you had to have more assets.
So who else is going to loan money to a company that might not make it?
Right.
And that's where private debt came in, and now they're charging, or they said, okay, well, the banks are not going to lend you money at any percent. We're going to charge you 10. So, and people were taking those loans, and that's what has become this very large $2 trillion industry that is called private credit. It is this. It's the cousin of private equity. Private equity goes in and owns a company, tries to turn it around and make it better and sell it. Private debt, of course, is now just a shadow banking system that'll make giant loans to companies that are private.
And right now what we know is there are an awful lot of investors who would like to get out, but because of the way the contracts are written, they cannot get out just yet.
Gating, right. These
but the
funds
sentiment,
are gated.
We're seeing the sentiment there that, boy, if I could jump, I would, which is kind of a little scary. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on I-20 in DeKalb.
At an absolute crawl on I-20 westbound area through DeKalb County, all due to this crash. It's been blocking multiple lanes at I-285 exit 67. Last chance to bail off of I-20 is going to be Evans Mill Road. Head north, you can use Covington Highway as an alternate. 20 eastbound, just volume in the work zone from 285 to Panola Road. If you're taking 285 east or south, the inner loop in DeKalb, trying to make your way down to I-20, that's going to be a slow ride as well, the whole way through Dunwoody, Doraville, all the way down to East Ponce de Leon Avenue, exit 40 in Clarkston. That's 285 west looking toward Truist Park. Chinway Mapone, cook.
Not good at all. If you're leaving Sandy Springs, going to take you about an hour on I-285 westbound to travel. Leaving Sandy Springs, crossing over that Cumberland area and down towards I-20 in West Atlanta. Pack your patience if you're trying to get towards the west side of town. This report is sponsored by badfitter.com. It feels like your whole life is just managing risk, but not with Badfitter. With PermaFit technology, they install a brand new tub or shower right over your existing one. Save $500 this tax season. Badfitter. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Chris Chandler here from Atlanta's Morning News, hoping with Paws Atlanta to find a home for our WSB Dog of the Month, Pecan, whichever way your family wants to say it. 1 of 10 puppies in a family, 5 months old, wants a home like several brothers and sisters have already found. Our sponsor, Finley Roofing, pays the adoption fees too. Go to WSBradio.com/dog.
You're a planner? Good for you. Hot weather is coming, but you'll be cool and comfortable with TE Certified. Chris Chandler for TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. March is the lowest price of the season for AC maintenance, just $59. Their expert technician service all brands, so be an early bird. Schedule your $59 AC checkup by March 31st.
TE Certified, we love your home.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, you've talked for years about the importance of having a financial plan in place because it gives us that roadmap for the journey of retirement. That helps us navigate the ups and the downs, when life doesn't go to script. But hey, when can we ever count on life to go according to script? Yeah, it never does, but we can script it out for you financially. And this is a pretty robust offer that we would present to you today. The first step is you call us or you go to unleashyourmoney.com and click that portfolio x-ray button or the 401k x-ray. That'll allow us to do about a 10 to 14 page report. We give it to you. It assesses exactly what's included in your financial life, all of your investments. From there, if you want us to take step 2 for you, again, completely complimentary, free of charge, we will build you an income plan to replace your paycheck in retirement. That income plan also includes tax strategies, which are extremely important for people in today's environment. Then, if you want us to take the final step, we can fold all of that into a full financial plan and map it out for the rest of your life or until age 100. All 3 of those offers, completely free of charge, completely complimentary. I would start with that portfolio x-ray. It'll take us a few hours to generate the report. We do all that behind the scenes. We give it to you in a half an hour, 45-minute meeting. Very valuable information for you to have on your ready and take home with you. Call the Hoffman Financial Group today, 770-580-2024. That's 770-580-2024 or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
When you decide to buy a natural diamond, remember Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort is an authorized Hearts on Fire jeweler. Every Hearts on Fire diamond is a piece of art, carefully and thoughtfully selected and crafted, worthy of the kind of special occasions that come along a few times in a lifetime. My friends at Tara Fine Jewelry will show you how to accurately compare diamonds with their famous personal service, so you'll know you're making a good decision. You'll see why I've been a Tara Fine Jewelry customer for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Here's reason 17. In today's new world, many law firms have had money injected into their firms by Wall Street, private equity, and other lenders. This money usually comes in at very, very high interest rates. It's one of the reasons you see so many lawyers advertising. I'm John Morgan. This money is expensive and the interest compounds quickly. These law firms can have a huge need for cash just to pay that debt. Why does it matter to you? My fear is your case is settled early and for far less than it's worth, just to service the loan that has mafia-like rates. Our financial strength is your advantage. That plus our reputation makes our firm your firm. Visit forthepeople.com to see our results and verdicts. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark Aram. Let's be honest. When the rain starts coming down sideways at 2 a.m., it's not the time to wonder if your roof's gonna hold up. That's why I tell folks to call Dr. Roof. Been taking care of Atlanta homeowners for 38 years, largest roof repair team in Atlanta, and the Consumer Choice Award winners for 2026. Roof leak, storm damage, need a full replacement? Don't wait for the drip. Call Dr. Roof, 770-552-7663, or visit drroof.com. Dr. Roof, we've got you covered.
We're back, Wes Moss. Why don't you take this opportunity to let people know how they get more Wes Moss? Oh, you look like an old man there just for a moment. It was odd to me because you're so young looking. But I saw you squinting your eyes to see something, and I went, oh.
Well, you can find
He
me
does
here.
age.
You could find me here on the Von Hessler Doctrine during
Yes.
the weekdays once in a while.
Yeah.
And then Money Matters here on WSB Radio 9 to 11. And then our website to find us and our team is yourwealth.com. That's just Y-O-U-R wealth.
Very good. What was that big tease we did on the way out?
Private credit.
Private credit. I'm worried. Tell me why I shouldn't be.
I would be worried.
Shadow banking.
I would be worried if I were an investor heavily leveraged and have a huge part of my portfolio in private credit. That would be I think that's a real problem. So I do believe, but you have to look, the bigger worry, is it a systemic problem like 2008? Is it because it is a shadow banking system and it's got the word banking in it, we should be worried that if a giant piece of the economy has trouble like we saw in 2006, 7, and 8, then we know what happened after that. We had a terrible stock market. We had a nasty recession. And it took a long time to get out of it. So I think the bigger question is it a systemic problem? First of all, are investors going to lose money in private credit? Probably yes. And we've already seen most of these funds and the company. So you have two things. You've got the company itself that is the private credit company, and some of them are public in their own right. And then they have derivative funds that are specifically for private credit. So you have a big private equity company and they may have 5 big private credit funds, and those also can trade separately. Most of those are down 25 to 45, even 50%. So you've already seen the equity prices of these funds trade down significantly. Secondly, many of them have been asked for redemptions.
Explain redemptions.
As an example, $1 billion fund, they allow for 5% a quarter to say, yes, we'll give you 5%, or we'll only release 5%.
And let me stop for a second, because isn't part of this, if I decide to invest in something that one of these companies wants investment for, I agree to like a 5-year contract. It's not like a bank where I can just take it out at any time. Part of the agreement is illiquidity. So for 5 years, I'm in. Or you can take out up to 5%.
Correct. Per quarter. You can request.
Right.
You can request.
And that's called a redemption. And they're getting so many requests now that they're beginning to cut this stuff off, right?
Some of the biggest funds had redemptions asked for. One of the main ones, here's round numbers, $1 billion fund. The redemption requests were for $100 million. So 10% of the entire fund. They released 5. Let's call it 50 million, but not the full 100. So people got back some of the money they requested, but not all of it.
But there are investors who would like to get out, but had signed themselves up and cannot get out. And that makes us worry about the sentiment. It's not like a bank. It's not going to happen in one day, right? But what we're seeing, the sentiment is some people feel like, I'd rather take my losses and get out.
But if you just look at the big macroeconomic perspective of it, let's call it a $2 trillion industry. A quarter of that is in software. Does that mean $400 million or $400 billion is impaired? Potentially. That doesn't bring down the entire system.
Sure.
It's a bad punch in the gut, but I don't see it bringing down the whole system and causing an 08.
All right. Well, that makes me feel better because I hope you're right. I don't want to be right in these situations because we can't print our way out of this again, right? We're at the end, right, Wes?
We're at the end of...
Like if we have another crash, we can't print our way out of it again, can we? We're $39 trillion in debt.
I don't think we want to do that.
Yeah, not a good idea.
Wes has been bright-siding the last couple times he's been on. This has been good. I feel much better now.
Yes, I feel like we're... listen, I'm worried, but I want you to be right.
I like that term. Never heard it before.
Bright-siding.
Like that term.
We used to call it whitewashing. Same thing.
Oh, my God.
Alex Williams says there's no improvement on I-20 in DeKalb. I don't know why I sounded so happy when I said that. It's not good news, Alex.
That's all right, Eric. They're enjoying listening to you because they're stuck in that traffic out there on I-20 westbound in DeKalb. Brake lights grab you hard right at the mall at Stonecrest, all due to this travel advisory crash been active for quite a while. Just before or right at I-285 exit 67. Covington Highway's filled in as an alternate, but it's definitely moving better than the interstate. I-20 eastbound, you're seeing those brake lights from 285 out to Panola Road, exit 71. DOT says new crash in Sandy Springs, 285 westbound, the outer loop, New North Side Drive, exit number 22. That slows you back to Georgia 400. And we got trouble on Georgia 400, Chinway, Maponia Cook.
That's right, got a crash knocking out the left lane, Georgia 400 northbound at Abernathy Road. That's going to be exit 5. Make it past that, and you're still running into waves of volume as you travel northbound on Georgia 400. Those delays don't break free until you hit Highway 141, exit 13. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95. 95.5 WSB.
Ragsdale Heating and Air has a terrific offer to make sure your AC is ready for the warmer temperatures on the way. Right now, you can save up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. If your system just needs a tune-up to get ready for spring and summer, they can help with that too. With over 10,000 reviews and a 4.9 Google rating, you can trust Ragsdale for your plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs too. Visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Are you not using your garage door as much as you like because you lost your remote? I mean, I get it. You're embarrassed. You don't want to look dopey in front of the garage door guy, and it's around here somewhere, so it's bound to turn up. Except that was 3 years ago. And now you're parking in your driveway or running through the rain to open it with the keypad, instead of taking advantage of one of the greatest technologies America's ever shared with the world. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians have replacement remotes compatible with every make and model of garage door, whether it's one of ours or not. And since most new cars have openers built in, we can program your car to open your door without a remote, so you can lose your replacement all you want. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you sorted out. Now, if you lose your remote and your car, well, we're back to square one.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Those black streaks on your roof, not just dirt. It's actually fungus that feeds on your shingles, slowly breaking them down, shortening the lifespan of your roof, even increasing your energy bills. That's why I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. Wise Guys used a soft wash to safely remove those streaks and protect the shingles, and it came with a multi-year roof treatment warranty. It's simple. One quick call, a free estimate, and no need to be home. Mention me when you book Chris Chandler and save $70 at WiseGuysProWash.com. The wise choice for your home.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. An Atlanta man is one of 3 people accused in a plot to export artificial intelligence technology to China.
The items involved here are highly sensitive and powerful computer chips. And if they got into the wrong hands, they could threaten the national security as well as the competitive advantage of the United States.
U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says 53-year-old Tommy English of Atlanta and his co-defendants face smuggling charges. They're accused of seeking millions of dollars worth of computer chips from a California-based computer hardware company for illegal shipment to China through Thailand. It is now 70 degrees in Atlanta. Does a cold front later this week bring us any rain chances? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Lines are moving more quickly today at the world's busiest airport, but Hartsfield-Jackson General Manager Ricky Smith tells City Council members it is not the time to relax.
Because as we get closer to the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll begin to see traffic levels and crowds similar to what we experienced over the weekend that just passed.
Smith says they are using this reprieve to adjust their line management system as the TSA staffing crisis continues. He praises TSA workers and says the airport's doing everything it can to help, including free parking and meals for security workers. Wait times today have maxed out at around an hour. There are some things you can do if you are impacted by the TSA delays at the airport.
First thing is download your carrier's app, says WSB consumer expert Clark Howard.
The app is your friend. As a fallback, you want to call. What you don't want to do is stand in a forever line.
Clark says if your flight is canceled or delayed and you need to rebook, open the airline's app immediately because he says that gets you to the front of the line and it's the most efficient way for you to find another flight. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A South Fulton police officer is accused of sexually assaulting a woman he arrested. Investigators say Officer Michael Sheely Cochran turned off his body cam to conceal his interaction with the victim, but in-car technology played a critical role. Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Alexander says they are committed to dealing with this.
We are going to respond to these types of incidents of any type with a great deal of speed, openness, and transparency.
At the time, Cochran was responding to a domestic dispute call involving the victim. He is now in the Fulton County Jail. A big ruling today from federal court in Los Angeles finds social media giants are to blame for harming children.
On the 9th day of deliberating, the jury finding both Meta and YouTube are liable in a first-of-its-kind lawsuit that could tee up many more such suits. The jury finding the platforms that create Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are negligent in the design or operation of their platforms, causing harm to a 20-year-old woman who says her use of social media as a child addicted her to the technology and led to mental health issues.
Correspondent Alex Stone reports the jury awards the woman $3 million. Meta says it disagrees with the verdict and is now evaluating legal options. The man accused of stealing unreleased Beyonce music here in Atlanta says no to a plea deal. Kelvin Evans tells the judge today, "I'm ready to go to trial now." A trial date is now set for September. Evans is accused of breaking into an SUV rented by Beyonce's choreographer and one of her dancers while they were in town last July for a concert. He allegedly stole numerous items, including jump drives containing unreleased music. With the war driving up the price of fuel, the U.S. Postal Service is about to hike some prices.
For the first time in its history, the struggling U.S. Postal Service adding an 8% fuel surcharge to several services, including Priority Mail Express, USPS Ground Advantage, and Parcel Select deliveries. That starts next month, and it goes until mid-January of next year after the holidays. First-class stamps will not be affected. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Watching several trouble spots around I-285, Bill. Center lane crash in Sandy Springs, 285 westbound, the outer loop past New Northside Drive, Powers Ferry Road, exit 22. That's just making a slow ride even slower with delays stretching back toward Ashford Dunwoody Road. And we found the trouble on the west side inner loop. It's in the left lane, 285 northbound, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit number 9. That's stacking you up back toward Cascade Road. And looking for new trouble heading toward downtown, I-20 eastbound near Lowry Boulevard. We'll spin the jam cam for that. How are things looking in downtown Atlanta? Chinwe Maponia Cook.
Honestly, if you're heading northbound out of Lakewood, the delays aren't too bad leaving University Avenue, and they will ease once you hit North Avenue, exit 250. Now, if you're heading southbound on I-75 inside the perimeter, you're going to be slow beginning at Moores Mill. 85 south slow at that 400 merge, and that I-75 and I-85 merge together at 17th Street. It's going to be a bumper-to-bumper brake light battle all the way down to I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening. Temperatures cooling to the upper 40s to low 50s through tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny tomorrow afternoon and warming up quickly into the upper 70s. Sunshine on Friday and very warm, climbing to a high around 84. A cold front dropping down on Friday evening. Just a slim chance of an isolated rain shower. Otherwise mainly dry for Friday night, but cooling down on Saturday and Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 40s. Daytime highs in the mid to upper 60s.
69 now in Johns Creek, 70 in Kennesaw, 68 in Fayetteville. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
You've likely heard talk about rising costs, but here's some good news. Last year, Georgia Power froze base rates to help keep costs steady. And while demand for energy is growing across our state, new large energy users are required to pay the cost to serve them, helping protect homeowners and small businesses. This year, Georgia Power also filed fuel and storm recovery updates that'll lower overall rates starting this summer. Reliable energy, more stability, fewer surprises on your bill. Learn more at georgiapower.com/ratefreeze.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Pet owners and parents know the struggle. Every time dogs or kids go outside, they track mud right back in. If you're tired of scrubbing floors, you need Muddy Mat, the anti-mud mat that cleans paws and shoes before they ruin your home. Only Muddy Mat features thousands of ultra-soft microfibers that are 5 times more absorbent than ordinary mats, instantly trapping dirt and water to protect your floors. Put it by every door, under pet bowls, in the kitchen for spills. It even makes a perfect bath mat. And it's 100% machine washable, so cleanup is effortless.
Since getting Muddy Mat, I don't worry about what my dog gets into. His paws are clean the second he steps off.
No more mopping.
I love it. Thank you, Muddy Mat.
Right now, get a free medium Muddy Mat of $50 savings with your order of 2 or more mats at buymuddymat.com. This offer is only available at buymuddymat.com. That's BUYMUDDMAT.com. Don't wait. Get your free Muddy Mat today at buymuddymat.com.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Now, listen, here's a scenario. This happens every day in Atlanta. A person gets in a wreck, you file a claim with your insurance, then the insurance steers you to their preferred auto body shop for an estimate. It's a short list. They do this because these places are in bed with the insurance companies. They work with the insurance companies to cut corners on your repairs. Do not do this. If you get sick, do you go where your insurance company tells you to go? If you are hurt in an accident, do you go to an attorney where your insurance company tells you to go? No, you go where you're going to get the best care for you. RJ's Auto Body Plus works in your best interest, not the insurance company. Better service, better parts, and paint. And in most cases, a more timely manner. They'll even come get your car and tow it in. Family owned in Marietta, Georgia by my friends Jeff and Edith. Search RJ's Auto Body Plus or 770-955-5020.
Well, I have to say, I'm not. It's not often that I'm just walking around the streets of Atlanta, because I live out in Roswell, and I'm getting older, and I tend to kind of stick to my own property. It's easier. You know, I always think about the world out there. I got to get a car and I gotta deal with these people. But my wife and I went to our friend Wendy's birthday party, and over the weekend, and parking was just insane because this place was near Claremont and that little area there. I mean, the traffic was ridiculous on Sunday evening.
Oh, I'm sure over on Ponce and
North
North
Saturday. It was Saturday, yeah, on Ponce.
Saturday makes more sense.
Saturday, just unbelievable. So we drove around for 20, 25 minutes before we found some place in some neighborhood that we could park. So there was a walk, involved. Nice, beautiful evening. It was a nice walk. But my wife mentioned it at first. It's like, I've always heard it that when you're walking around the city these days, it just smells like pot. Just smells like marijuana wherever you go. And I can say, I'm not in the city all that often, but my wife said, wow, people are blazing up all over around here. And we didn't see anybody getting high, but it was just like, is that the new smell of Atlanta? Atlanta smells like pot. Yeah,
I think it's a lot of cities because it's getting less and less illegal.
Yeah, it's deregulated. What is it? It's not called
decriminalized.
Decriminalized. Yes.
I'm amazed.
Which is a weird thing. If it's decriminalized, it should be legal.
Yeah,
in my mind, is decriminalized. Like,
uncriminalized.
No, criminalized. I guess criminal behavior is now a spectrum, and you're on the. If you're decriminalizing, you're further away from the whatever.
And especially on the streets of Atlanta, what's so odd to me is how many people smoke it while driving. I mean, you pass a car and you're like, whoa, okay, how are they able to drive?
Listen, it's a new
I'm getting
world.
high.
There are no rules. There are no protocols. My life is my journey. Shut your mouth. I'm going to do it my way. That's everybody doing that in different directions all at the same time. And there's no like, we're not going to get high in public. It's cool. It's good.
Stop here.
It's good.
I'm better when I'm high.
What are you talking about? Better driver. I guess they don't have a test for it, right?
I don't think so.
It's not like alcohol where it doesn't work the same way. Now, marijuana stays in your system for like a month in your fatty cells or whatever, but I don't think they have a real quick way of going, he was high while he was driving kind of thing. You can look that up, see if there's a good test
They
out
can
there.
do a thing where they can pull you over and then they can say, I can smell marijuana.
Yeah.
And now I can talk about it and then I can maybe search your car.
Right. But if you're if you do the old eat the joint thing.
Yeah, but they can still smell it in the car.
Well, that's right. But if they don't find anything in the car.
Oh.
So your car is allowed to smell
Open your mouth.
Yeah.
Lift up your tongue.
You have to go. Now it's down. It's already digested.
Puke.
We're going to check. We're going to test your puke. Yes?
Yeah. If you get pulled over in Georgia and you are suspected of being on marijuana, there is a blood or urine test that they could take you back to the station.
I just don't know how well that holds up in court. I have to ask George Stein when he's here on Friday.
Put it on the list for Friday.
There are two things. What was the other thing from Monday? There was a big tease that you put
Oh.
Some other law story. I don't know.
Oh, dang it.
What was it?
I'll figure it out.
Look at my notes.
Yeah, look at your notes. Don't you take notes? Isn't
I
that
do.
your job to take notes?
Well, I was seeing
You
how
know
well.
that you have the most forgetful host in the history of radio. Your job as a producer.
I was thinking that when we were doing it, and you were saying we were going to wait until Friday. I thought, man, Monday. Friday's
It's a long time away for that.
I made a note, believe me.
There's been a lot of cannabis going through that brain in order for that thought to still occur to that host 4 days later. So yeah, I can attest to the fact now that Atlanta and maybe a lot of other cities smell like skunk now. That's just what we've always wanted, the wonderful fragrance of skunk in your city.
Well, sometimes it smells kind of nice.
Yeah, it can, but not always. You know what they say about marijuana. I'm saying
do
they
they
because
say?
I wouldn't know. They say that the better it smells, the worse it is. You want skunky skunk.
Mhm.
The skunky skunk.
Now, you're
Yeah.
sure you weren't walking under any of those Bradford pear trees because they're blooming now.
That's
You know,
a
they've got
different smell,
No,
my
those,
man.
those smell like
What?
dormitories. You know what they smell like.
You know.
They smell like what they're doing. That's what they smell like. But now,
Eat those pears.
according to Channel 2, that's a reputable outfit, right? Channel 2?
I've never heard of them.
TV?
I mean, it's not Channel 1.
That's right. Better than Channel 1. Who wants to watch that? I'm all about Channel 2.
I'll take 2, please.
Marijuana leaf vapes available to medical cannabis patients under new bill. Now, this is just the Georgia General Assembly. Allow a sale of a wider variety of marijuana products at medical cannabis dispensers. The bill, 220, should have been 420. The Senate Bill 220 lifts the current 5% THC limit on products and allows the sale of marijuana vapes and leaf marijuana for vaporization at home. And so we only have medical merit. So these have just been sort of liquids and tinctures and things like that now. And apparently it does help multiple sclerosis patients, a lot of people. And so now they want to put marijuana on there. I think people who are resisting it are like, oh, you know what? This is just a slow creep to legalization.
Yeah, there's
Is
20.
what you're trying to do.
There's 24 states, guys, that already have legalized marijuana. Why Georgia is waiting?
Okay, now wait a minute.
It's
That
happening.
means there's more states than not that don't.
Yeah. That's not a
But
good
it's
argument.
basically half.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's basically half.
Is
Is that the way you do math?
It's basically
Basically.
half. half. And you have to think about the population centers. Hello, the populations. New York and California,
Yeah.
they have it legalized,
Are
and that's
things
what the
going? Are
population
things going better for them since? Listen, I'm Mr. Libertarian. I'm not. Everybody knows how I feel about this stuff, but I do have to be objective. Like, are things better since Atlanta just smells like pot all the time?
in some ways.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the pot.
Well, it does because you get, that's the whole idea of states being laboratories. The idea is that some states do things and legalize things and some states don't. And then over time, you can compare and say, well, which ones are good enough to go up to the national level where everybody ought to do this? If one state decides to reform their education system in one way, another state goes a complete different way, and one of them works, well, now the other states can look at the one that works. And, that's the idea of allowing states to be laboratories of ideas. So that's the idea, but that didn't really make any sense. But that's the thinking behind the states being the laboratory of ideas.
But I mean, okay, so California.
So
New York,
I'm asking you on that. If I'm Georgia, and I'm looking at that because it's not legal in the state of Georgia, it's decriminalized in the city, but we look at other states as laboratories of
What
ideas.
are your metrics for the other states?
Well, my metric is just simply: do I think that that the quality of life, this is the way politicians are supposed to think, they never do, is my actions, the laws that we're passing, the stuff that we're putting particular enforcement on, is it making, in aggregate, the lives of the citizens of my state, are they better off? Are they happier? Are they more productive? Are they
I think people are happier when there's more freedom.
Yes.
Yes, that is true. But there are
More freedom, less tax.
There are you should run for office.
Less tax, more freedom.
You should run for office.
Fisher.
Von Hessler, TM.
Thank you. I trademarked that so many years ago when I was going to run for Senate. Thank God I didn't.
You should have. You would have been a great politician.
No.
You would have.
No.
I know you keep saying that, but you would have.
No. I would not be
You
a great
would've.
politician.
You got to stop doubting yourself.
A great politician doesn't wake up
That's
on a
'cause his
Saturday.
mom told him that he's not good.
Yeah, my mom told me, you're too ugly. No one's ever going to vote for you. I would not be a great politician simply because I'm a type of person who would like wake up on a Saturday and go, I'm just going to play loud music and dance in my room by myself all day. Politicians can't do that. Politicians have to, every day, everything you do, all has to be about how am I going to increase my power? And I simply don't have the interest for that. I just want my own. I just want to die not starving. That's my goal, is that I'm not starving.
That's a pretty low goal.
But hey, you know what? It's makeable. I'm not starving.
True.
See, I feel like it's your imposter.
We got a break.
It's your imposter syndrome that's kicking in there. That's what it is. You feel like you wouldn't be a good politician, but you, in reality, you'd be good.
I don't think he wants to put in the effort.
I don't want to put in the effort. I don't want to put it, and then and then you have to manipulate people, and then you have to start lying to some level. At some point, you have to start lying to yourself about saying that you believe certain things because we're so close to winning. I can't upset this apple cart. Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 in West Atlanta.
And going to turn that frown upside down, Eric, because they just got it mostly off to the right. At times impacting the right lane here, heading toward downtown. 20 eastbound at Lowry Boulevard, exit 55, but the delays behind it have greatly improved. Now, if you're traveling 20 westbound, trying to make your way out to Lithia Springs, on and off the brakes from Riverside Parkway out to Lee Road, exit 41. A lot of that just trying to exit off at Thornton Road, plus you're driving into that bright sunshine. How's I-20 now looking in DeKalb County, Chinwe Maponya-Cook?
Much improved I-20 westbound. Right at 285 had that crash that had you bumper to bumper back towards Lithonia Industrial Boulevard, but now it looks like there might be something in the backups. Trying to get towards Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. You're going to be tapping the brakes again back to Lithonia Industrial. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Tune in to Atlanta's Morning News.
Shooting in southwest Atlanta that sent a man to the hospital.
All your latest news, weather, and traffic.
Traffic red alert long running now along Georgia 400.
Atlanta's Morning News.
Reports the UN Security Council will also meet.
Tomorrow starting at 5. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Did you want performance or all-season tires?
What would my Massey technician say?
Tough call. A much easier one is protecting your home with Massey's Termite Protection, featuring the Centricon system, which includes an unlimited repair guarantee that covers the structure and contents of your home.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
No hot water, leak, or clog slowing you down? At Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services, we bring helpful to the home with same-day water heater service and reliable plumbing repairs. Bring comfort back to your home. Local folks, straight answers. Powered by Ace Hardware. MoncriefAir.com.
Good news for Georgia Power customers. Last year, base rates were frozen to help keep costs steady. As our state grows, new large energy users are required to pay the cost to serve them, protecting homeowners and small businesses. More stability, more predictability. Learn more at georgiapower.com/rate freeze.
Are you not using your garage door as much as you like because you lost your remote? I mean, I get it. You're embarrassed. You don't want to look dopey in front of the garage door guy. And it's around here somewhere, so it's bound to turn up. Except that was 3 years ago. And now you're parking in your driveway or running through the rain to open it with the keypad, instead of taking advantage of one of the greatest technologies America's ever shared with the world. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians have replacement remotes compatible with every make and model of garage door, whether it's one of ours or not. And since most new cars have openers built in, we can program your car to open your door without a remote, so you can lose your replacement all you want. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you sorted out. Now, if you lose your remote and your car, well, we're back to square one.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. With the Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our Guaranteed Offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter. I have to tell you about my experience with Southern Exteriors. When their rep came to my house, he showed up on time, explained everything in plain English, and walked me through my options for my windows and doors. No pressure, just honest answers. They even offered to clean my gutters complimentary. For a stress-free in-home consultation, call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co to set up your own free estimate, just like I did. These are true professionals you can trust.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BRUX91. That's BRUX91.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
That's another thing we have to go ask George Stein about on Friday. Jared believed, he said, I ride a bike for a lot of reasons, because it's easier, it's healthy, and, no DUI. But you can get a DUI on a bike, I believe.
Oh, boy.
If you're
Because you
you are driving the bike. And if you cause trouble.
I had a friend get one in New Jersey.
Look at that.
Oh, no.
See?
I'm screwed.
You can't get a DUI on a horse.
Is that true?
That's true.
So
Jared, just get you a horse.
Get a horse.
That'll be great on the Beltline. I'll just
Absolutely.
use my horse.
There's that guy in Midtown that I remember he used to ride his horse around.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Like a baton Bob kind of situation, except he had a horse?
A little bit.
Oh, actually,
Is
AI
that
says...
even legal? I can just buy a horse and start walking downtown on a horse?
AI says, yes, it is possible to get a DUI or a similar charge while riding a horse.
I wonder if it's in different states.
Yes, state. It depends.
Maybe in Maryland, that godless state.
You can get high.
Here,
Be drunk on a horse.
In Georgia, you're not allowed to.
You could be a quadriplegic and murder somebody.
Yeah, that happened in
That was a Maryland guy.
Maryland guy. Listen, let's not forget that he also was cornhole champion. So
yes, we shouldn't forget that.
He certainly, before the whole murdering part, which he is innocent until proven guilty. Yes.
In Atlanta, Georgia, it's cycling under the influence. It's a different charge.
Oh, okay. Same thing. It's a CUI.
Do you think it has like less points or something?
Sounds like you're saying something really nasty to somebody at work, but you don't want to say the words. CUI.
Maybe you just don't get your license taken away because there's no license for bikes or something like that. I don't know.
See, my whole thought process.
Maybe you're not allowed to ride bikes anymore.
You have to blow into a little tube thing to get your bicycle to go.
I believe it would be a fine more than anything.
I would hope so, because I mean, one of the reasons why
You would hope so?
Well, because
If
one of the reasons that
What would make you hope so?
Well, because one of the reasons I choose to bike, because if I know that I'm going to a place to be social and maybe have a drink or two, then I feel
you want
like
to stink. You want to be all sweaty when you get there.
Well, the bike is just easier. It's just easier to do that, and it is healthier.
You enjoy riding your bike home a little like tipsy?
No, I don't enjoy it. I'm just saying, like, if it's a little bit out of the way, I would much rather just ride my bike.
I'd rather drive.
yeah, see, I'm not doing that.
Hey,
I'm not
Jared,
stupid.
Get out of here.
Jared, I don't know if you should get on that bike. I can ride. I'm fine. Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285, trying to see if there are any drunk cyclists.
Not that we're seeing right now, Eric, but you never know. 285 westbound, the earlier crash we had in Sandy Springs, right around New Northside Powers Ferry, exit 22. That is cleared, and the brake lights surprisingly starting to thin out behind it. The toughest of it is before and after Georgia 400, improving past Rousel Road. You're going to jam up again, though, right around Truist Park from I-75 down to where a stalled big rig just got itself off to the right below South Cobb Drive. We also had a 285 North Interloop crash at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 9. That as well is mostly on the left shoulder. Still some brake lights behind it, though, from Cascade Road. Checking 285 through DeKalb County with the help of Chinway Maponia Cook.
Pretty consistent delays on I-285 eastbound as you're leaving Georgia 400. As you make your way south, you're going to run into that merging madness at I-85 and then again at La Vista Highway, Highway 78. And those delays going to take you all the way down to I-20. This traffic report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Well, they said it was fixed, but was it? When TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling say it's fixed, it's really fixed. That's part of how they love your home. Hey, it's Chris Chandler, and these are the folks I trust in my home because of their attention to detail, expertise, and a job done right the first time. And to back it up, TE Certified offers a lifetime workmanship warranty.
TE Certified, we love your home.
High five! Up top!
Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Heck yeah!
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Yes!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
My wake-up call came 3 years ago. Like many of you out there, I was savoring some time with my parents. It's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. I remember we were preparing a meal, and I saw my dad struggling with a boiling pot on the stove. That was the moment I knew I had to get into action on the home care options for my parents. Have you seen some red flags recently with your folks? Like them struggling with day-to-day tasks, being a little confused, having trouble remembering to take their meds. If your aging parents are showing signs, but they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, please Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta and request a consultative call. It's free and it's a crucial step towards your parents getting what they want and need, allowing you, the child, to do your role and just love them. Google Four Seasons Home Care. That's Four Seasons Home Care.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, it's a smoother day of travel at the world's busiest airport. But WSB's Jennifer Perry reports live. The airport's general manager warns more long lines may be ahead.
Yeah, Bill, today's 60-minute security waits seem reasonable compared to lines that have stretched out the door at times this week. But Atlanta Airport GM Ricky Smith expects more delays as we head toward the weekend.
We're spending the time that we have now, what we're calling a reprieve, to refine our line management strategy, to work closely with TSA.
Smith says they're doing everything they can to help with the staffing crisis, but he also tells the City Council's Transportation Committee this is not how the best aviation system in the world should operate.
It is embarrassing. It is scary. It is frustrating.
Smith says Hartsfield-Jackson is used to handling big crowds, but it's not designed for this. Bill?
It is 70 degrees in Atlanta, much warmer the next couple of days. When does it cool off again? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A South Fulton police officer is accused of sexually assaulting a woman he arrested.
With his body camera off, investigators say Officer Michael Sheely Cochran made contact with the victim in connection with the domestic dispute call. After taking her into custody, GPS data shows knows the patrol car stopped for a time, and that's when investigators believe the alleged assault took place. Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Alexander says Cochran abused his authority.
He violated Georgia state law as a law enforcement officer, being in that supervisory role responsible for her care.
He says they are committed to transparency in this case. At South Fulton Police Headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
An Atlanta man is one of 3 charged with sending highly sensitive computer chips to one of America's biggest adversaries.
The men are accused of knowing it was illegal to send the computer chips to China, so they agreed to make it seem as if they were being exported elsewhere. U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg.
What these individuals did was they used the name of a Thai company to make it seem as if the computer chips and the computer servers themselves were destined for Thailand.
Law enforcement intercepted some messages indicating the plot. One, Hertzberg says, put national security at risk.
Obviously, we're very concerned when we're dealing with sensitive technology that could get into the hands of the Chinese.
Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
An Atlanta Public Schools bus is hit by a stray bullet after a shooting in southwest Atlanta this afternoon. An investigation underway at Campbellton Road near Dodson Drive. A 20-year-old man was shot. Police say a bullet shattered the glass of one of the bus's windows, and 2 children have minor scratches from the shattered glass. The students are children of the bus driver, and they were the only ones on board. A massive ruling today goes against social media giants. A jury in Los Angeles awards a 20-year-old woman $3 million in damages against Meta and YouTube for getting her addicted to the platforms. Tech analyst Ian Scher says this could lead to a wave of lawsuits against social media companies.
The conversation around these apps is likely to change, and the message will be that the negative mental health impacts of these technologies is a feature, not a bug, and the companies need to be held responsible.
YouTube says it will appeal the verdict. Meta says it is weighing its legal options. Iran rejects a 15-point plan presented by the Trump administration to end the war. Correspondent Karen Travers reports from the White House. Iran is putting out a plan of its own.
They're laying out some of their conditions right now, and they include a complete end to all the hostilities right now, which they call aggression and assassinations by the enemy. They also want to ensure that the war does not restart after it ends, and they're calling for repayments, reparations for the war damages caused by these strikes over the last several weeks by the U.S. and Israel.
Forsyth County Schools plans to install real-time tracking devices in all their buses by the end of next school year. Drivers will be able to see their routes and bus stops, and they can communicate directly with district staff through the devices. Parents can even track their child through an app to see an estimated arrival time. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, refreshing that ride to the northern suburbs starting northwest, 75 northbound. It's not a terrible ride, but you're going to be on and off the brake pedal the whole way from the Truist Park region as you head up to Chastain Road in the Kennesaw State University area. 575 northbound, a little sluggish approaching Highway 92 in Woodstock. Looks like a crash on Highway 92 at Trickham Road. I'm going to check on that. 400 northbound, had some earlier trouble just north of Abernathy. I think that's clear, but you're still going to be slow from 285 up to that North Springs MARTA station. How's 85 looking toward Gwinnett County, Chinwe, Maponia Cook?
Actually, not too bad. Got a 20-minute trip time on I-85 northbound as you're leaving 285. That wave's evolving. Pretty much going to stop once you hit Pleasant Hill Road, and then it picks up again at that I-85-316 split, where you're going to be running into a little bit more volume until you reach that 985-85 split, and then it's home free all the way into the northeast. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening. Temperatures cooling to the upper 40s to low 50s through tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny tomorrow afternoon and warming up quickly into the upper 70s. Sunshine on Friday and very warm, climbing to a high around 84. A cold front dropping down on Friday evening. Just a slim chance of an isolated rain shower. Otherwise mainly dry for Friday night, but cooling down on Saturday and Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 40s, daytime highs in the mid to upper 60s.
Right now, 68 in Peachtree Corners, 70 in Emerson, and 70 in Vinings. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That's correct, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. With that voice there joining us, Greg Russ. And interesting that I was going to bring this up earlier, but I'm glad I waited till you're here, Greg.
I am
think
too.
Yeah, because now you can be a part of it, right?
Yeah.
And you don't even know what it is. But I think
like
you
being
trust me.
included.
You trust me to know what you might be interested in. And so I'm thinking of a new segment of the show. Is today's rabbit hole or Eric's rabbit hole? Are there sexual connotations to this? I was thinking of a couple of names with the rabbit hole in it. I thought,
Anytime
people
hole comes up.
Yeah,
yes,
that's the
you
problem.
Can't escape it.
But everyone understands rabbit hole and what that means.
What about Eric's hole?
That makes more sense.
I don't think anyone would make
Falling
any kind
down Eric's hole.
Into Eric's hole.
So the rabbit hole that I have been going down the last 24 hours is this question, which I did not know that people were putting out there, but this question of, was Helen Keller a fraud?
Oh, yeah.
And maybe because you guys do this, you do the internet more than I do and for longer. And you know what's interesting is, first we can get into some of the reasons that there are people who are raising questions.
They think the same thing about Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, but I think, well, here's the problem is that so the difference between ChatGPT and Grok on this one is quite illuminating. Like,
well, you know why. You know where Grok's pulling from.
Okay, no. Grok, I got to say, I think Grok was actually quite sensible and objective. Whereas ChatGPT was basically, well, you're an ableist just for even bringing this up, but fine, okay.
That was ChatGPT.
I'll
That's
patronize you. I will patronize you. And it's not, there are valid questions. You're not ableist just to bring it up. But the ChatGPT thing was, this has been debunked. But no, it hasn't. In reality, I had read enough about some of these questions to say that it hadn't been debunked. Also, I think it got ramped up a little bit after, I think it was in the early 2000s or late 90s. I don't know if you guys remember when supposedly there was this grand breakthrough with severely autistic patients where supposedly with just a little bit of navigation help with their hands, they were able to type out answers to things that they.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about autistic to the point to where you make no eye contact with anyone. I'm not talking about the spectrum and
no communication.
No communication whatsoever. And for a while, this was like, oh my goodness, we're actually communicating with people who have never had the ability to communicate. And a couple of objective sources came in, they studied it, and they found out, no, it's the person guiding the hand that's doing this, because they started asking some questions when the guide thing, they started asking questions that the guide didn't know about, and suddenly it was gibberish.
There was a whole controversy between one of the people that were helping the person and guiding their hands, and that they fell in love.
Oh, look at that. Well,
but
if you
was it the guide doing it?
Right. And the main question here is about this woman, I can't remember her name, the miracle worker.
Helen Keller?
No, Helen Keller was the
person,
the miracle.
Yeah.
Is the person. So Helen Keller, I guess, had some sort of virus, like 2 years old in Alabama. Must have been from a very wealthy family in Alabama, because they were able to bring. So at 2 years old, she loses the hearing and
Anne Sullivan
and seeing. Anne Sullivan. So she comes in, and is it Anne Bancroft that plays her in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. And that movie always kind of bothered me.
I loved it.
It's just that it just bothered me. I don't know. It's just like, it was so forceful. Anyway, we need to get to a movie review. So the person that she was playing, so look it up. Helen Keller wrote like 14 books. She was a big time socialist. She gave speeches. All of this kind of stuff. Well, it turns out that Anne Sullivan's husband was a poet, a philosopher, all of these things. Anne Sullivan was a writer. And so the question is, were these go back to the autistic thing that we were just talking about, and the thing you brought about falling in love. What were we getting here? Were we getting more Anne Sullivan? Also, Anne Sullivan dies at one point, and Helen Keller lives for a good long time after, continues to publish, but people recognize that this is not at the level that Helen Keller was writing at before. Also, even though she was older in the 60s, she was such a socialist and a firebrand of the 20s and 30s and 40s and all this, had nothing to say really about what was going on in the 60s, Vietnam. Now, she was older. Maybe it was just that she was just tired. Who knows? And I'm not even saying that I'm coming down on one side or another. I can't know. I'm just lost in a rabbit hole, right? But what I did notice was the ChatGPT to Grok thing. Grok was more like, these are the questions. It said all the people that had debunked, right? And then it was more of an objective, and that surprises me too, because Grok seems like just absolute the worst out of all of these large language models. It seems like it was trained the worst. It comes up with the worst stuff. But in this situation, there was definitely, I could feel that there was a filter that was on ChatGPT that said, okay, you're an idiot to even look into this, but I'll indulge you. And this is what the idiots are saying. With the stuff that I'd already read, I knew that there were, the question of Anne Sullivan dies and suddenly Helen Keller's writing is not what it used to be. That's not ableist to bring that up. So I think it's an interesting, it's like my whole fascination with Shakespeare. Maybe this guy did write all these things, and maybe it is attributable to that guy that we think it was. But it's not completely ridiculous, the people who ask questions and question that. They do have good reasons to question that. Doesn't make them right. And it doesn't mean because there are good reasons to question whether Anne Sullivan and her husband were really the brains behind all this stuff that was published by Helen Keller. It doesn't mean that doesn't mean that automatically it's true. I think sometimes that's the problem with the internet, right? So if the TikTok people start questioning this or whatever, their only source is another TikTok they saw, right? So if you actually look at the school that she was associated with. I mean, she graduated from Harvard, but there was the school in between. The guy who ran the school, so supposedly she wrote a short story, and everybody loved it, and it turned out it was plagiarized. And the explanation was Helen Keller wrote this thing that said, somebody told me this story once, and I conflated it. I thought it was my own story. But what kind of memory does this person supposedly have that she was told a story once? And she could kind of regurgitate it in all of its particulars. And
sure.
It was. I mean, it's like if somebody told me a story once, if it was a good story, I'm going to remember the general idea of the story. I'm not going to remember every plot twist.
I would say that maybe it could be explained away by, her having the diminished and loss of other senses.
Sure,
other
so
senses
she
become
right.
heightened. So maybe she does have like a more photographic memory.
It's
than others.
possible, but apparently the story was very heavily plagiarized. And
I believe it.
And the
Just
guy who ran the school, so they put together an investigation. You know the school?
Perkins School for the Blind?
Yeah. So the headmaster put together an investigation of like 6 people, and they split. They were like 3-3, and the headmaster came in, and he was on Helen Keller's side, but then told everybody afterward that he thought she was a fraud.
Oh.
And that, I think he just, as the headmaster of the school was famous because it was, and I think he made a political decision, but according to many people around him, he, for the rest of his life, thought that she was a fraud. And that doesn't mean she was a fraud. That's the problem in this internet thing. Sometimes you can just look, try to understand something and be, hey, maybe the story that we were told isn't the true story. The problem is too often now people automatically jump to, it's not a true story. And what that does is it kills the idea of curiosity and finding things out. Once you find out that maybe something's not exactly what you thought it was, don't make the mistake of going, well, it must be and then go out and tell it. Look, it's just interesting, and then you just start doing your own kind of investigation, but I'm not a literary investigator. From my point of view, in that rabbit hole, what I found is there are legitimate questions. And that's where I have to leave it. Because I don't know. Helen Keller's not here. She never admitted it. But there are legitimate questions, unlike what ChatGPT was trying to tell me. Yes.
Her flying a plane.
This was a stunt. And so my understanding is they had her take the controls briefly. I That's the
Yeah,
hardest
she didn't
one.
like take off and land.
Take off and land.
Yeah, I think they just let her, have the controls briefly. But yeah, well, more than that, I'm not real familiar with her writing. I haven't been. And in a lot of her writing, she describes things like she's seeing them. She describes colors and sunsets.
Seeing them with the mind's eye.
I mean, it's like, right from the very beginning, people have to be thinking, what, how, even though, no matter how bright you are, and also some people think that maybe she had a little vision and a little bit of sight and they, but that seems more like the debunkable part of it. I don't know how anybody, how would I ever be convinced that somebody who is blind is going to, in a poetic way, describe a sunset?
Is it possible that this Anne Sullivan, which I'm completely unfamiliar
You
with.
never saw The Miracle Worker?
No, I never saw it. But with this Anne Sullivan, maybe she
you.
was a better helper than Polly Thompson, who took over.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why the works ended up going down.
Well,
is because,
that's the whole thing. That's what people
Yeah.
are saying. Anne Sullivan was an intellectual. Her husband was like a poet and a philosopher. So, and this is what Helen Keller is known for. Not just writing anything. If you had her experience, would be phenomenal.
Yeah,
I
so
think
like
she
if
was
you're
an editor.
Huh?
She was like an editor.
But she was the one saying what the words were. Like Helen
and
Keller.
if your
could-
husband is a poet and a philosopher, that doesn't bring a whole lot of cash into the bank. So it's
Right.
like, hey, let's
That's a lot.
get this little chick to do.
Anne Sullivan was like 18 when she went to Alabama, and it was the source of her income from the rest of her life.
There you go.
So there's quite. That's all I'm saying is.
I believe it.
Well, okay, don't do that.
Case
Automatic.
closed.
It's not
No
case
lie.
closed. it's simply, don't be thrown off when people say, "Oh, you're an idiot or an ableist." If you say no, if there's legitimate, I've found that there are legitimate questions. That doesn't mean Helen Keller was a fraud, but it does mean it's okay to ask questions. Alex Williams says I-20 is still slow through DeKalb.
Yeah, been a rough afternoon on the East Freeway, Eric. We're still watching the delays on I-20 westbound, starting in Stonecrest from Lithonia Industrial Boulevard over to whatever's hanging you up here just before Wesley Chapel, exit number 68. Once you get past that, looking good to 285 and beyond. I-20 eastbound, that ride's just slowed through the work zone from Wesley Chapel. Once you get to Panola Road, you're off to the races for the ride out into Conyers. Still watching that slow ride through downtown, Chinway Maponya-Cook.
And the worst of it is going to be heading southbound. I-75-85 is going to merge together for a bumper-to-bumper ride beginning at 17th Street, Atlantic Station. And those delays are going to carry you down past the Grady Curve to I-20 where they break free, making your way to the south side. This report is sponsored by Georgia United Credit Union. Ready for a financial partner that puts you first? Discover the difference at Georgia United Credit Union. Visit gucu.org/join. Inspired by NCUA. Insured by NCUA. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Start your workday.
This isn't a black and white story, and there are a lot of unanswered questions. That's my initial take.
Mark Arum.
Leaned over because I can't see out of the icy window.
Getting you through your morning.
It might be the end of the day. A question of, do the ends justify the means?
Mark Arum.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Did you want performance or all-season tires?
What would my Massey technician say?
Tough call. A much easier one is protecting your home with Massey's Termite Protection, which includes an unlimited repair guarantee that covers the structure and contents of your home.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
Calling all HVAC contractors. Ferguson is your one-stop shop for Ruud equipment, parts, and supplies to keep every job moving. Now stocking Ruud, Ferguson gives you reliable inventory, expert product knowledge, and fast turnaround when time matters most. Don't let shortages or delays slow down your business. We're fully stocked and ready when you are. Plus, our team is here to help you find the right solution for every install. Visit a Ferguson location near you. Ferguson HVAC, proud to partner with Ruud in Georgia.
Georgia homeowners, quick question. When was the last time you paid full retail for anything? Not your TV, not your phone, not your car. So why are people still paying full retail for windows? Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and most homeowners don't realize this. Big window brands mark their prices up 30 to 50% just for the name. You're not buying better windows, you're buying their advertising budget. Here at Window Comfort, we cut out the brand tax and we go factory direct. That's how we deliver premium windows for thousands less. And to kick off 2026, we're making it stupid not to check. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, free installation, and no payments until 2028. Don't be the homeowner who paid full price. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Go to windowcomfort.com and get your free, no-pressure estimate today.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
No hot water? Running out halfway through your shower? Or dealing with a leak that just won't stop? When plumbing problems hit, you need help fast. At Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services, we bring helpful to the home with same-day water heater service and expert plumbing repairs. Our local plumbers arrive ready to diagnose the issue and fix it right the first time. Get comfort back and problems handled by Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services. Local folks you can trust. Straight answers you can rely on. Powered by Ace Hardware. Get service today at MoncriefAir.com.
Is your septic system out of sight, out of mind? When was the last time it was even inspected? Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. It should be inspected every 3 to 5 years to avoid a costly septic emergency. Our affordable routine maintenance will keep your system running smoothly.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it with a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Switch your termite protection to Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. And Breda's termite guarantee is unmatched in the industry.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Now, there is one pushback, one piece of evidence about, that Helen Keller wasn't a fraud. She started out as a socialist, and then at one point, according to her handler, Ann Sullivan, and her husband, who was a major socialist, by the way, as well, that they started to complain that she got too radical. Like, she started to become more radical. Now, that could debunk it a little bit, or they had her say something that didn't go over well with the public, and her helpers are like, hey, yeah, that freaked us out too, man. Hey, yeah, she's getting crazy. It could possibly be that as well. But I'll leave that to you. Listen, we got to do some bets here. Because
I love betting.
You like betting, don't you? It's America's pastime now. And so this BTS I think it's on Netflix. They have their big concert, their comeback concert. And it's available on Netflix, I believe.
18.4 million people have already seen it.
Right. So I'm at a point.
There are 8 billion people in the
I know.
world.
It's not that. No. Actually, there were 100,000 less at the show than they expected, which is kind of weird. They still got 104,000 people, not a bad crowd, but they expected like 230,000. So we don't know if their power is there. But every once in a while I say, hey, I want to see what the hell's going. Like, I should watch this, and actually know what the hell I'm talking about.
And you loved it?
No, I haven't watched it yet. This is the betting. When Taylor Swift was doing her big tour, I said the same thing to myself. I need to watch this so I know what I'm talking about. And I couldn't make it past 15 minutes. I simply couldn't. The betting is, if Eric sits down to watch this BTS comeback show, will he be able to go further than he was with Taylor Swift?
Under. I'm taking
You're going under 15?
We can't do this publicly because that'll influence you. You could just, like, if I say you'll
All
make
right.
it over 15, you may say, well, I want Greg to win, so I'll watch 16.
Okay, this is what you do. Autumn,
Yeah.
Jared, And Greg, during this break, you let George know what your vote is, and then George, you not vote, but whether it's over or under. And
Are we saying minutes that you'll last?
Will I last more than 15? The over under is 15 minutes. Will I last
so we just
more
say
or
over
less?
under,
It's
that's
just
it.
over under.
Okay.
And then keep it from me, and then I'll do this in the next couple of days or so, and we'll find out when it's over. All right. Does that sound good? Everybody understand? Everybody on board?
Happy. Go to Von Kings if you want to find the results.
Yeah, and it's all authentic. Not like that
I prefer
fraud.
Hessler Duel.
Huh?
I said I prefer Hessler Duel over Von Kings.
I think you like Hessler Duel. I like Von Kings. All right, we're gonna give away.
Spider.
You know what I like?
I prefer that app.
All right,
I'm not saying that Jared's thing was wrong. I'm
All
just
right,
saying
we
that's where I
have
like
to.
to go for my gambling.
Shut up! I got to give away tickets here. Win 2 tickets to the Black Crows on Saturday, May 23rd at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there are delays on 285 in Tucker.
Yeah, Eric, 285 south, the inner loop still slow out of Doraville into Tucker. It's just volume, though. No crashes in the way right now. Brake lights start back in Doraville, right around Buford Highway. Stays pretty heavy till you get down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. That's 285 looking over toward Truist Park, Chinway, Maponia Cook.
Pretty consistent volume, but much better than before. We were looking at a 55-minute trip time, I-285 westbound, the outer loop in Sandy Springs. Trying to make your way past I-75 down to I-20. Now only going to take you about 34 minutes. So much improved, but still a tap of the brakes. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, sports fans, it's John Smoltz. You watched me pitch for more than 2 decades, and you probably remember some of those long nights on the mound. What you didn't see was the wear and tear piling up on my shoulders, my knees, my elbow, and now, years later, I still feel it. Joint pain doesn't just hit an athlete. It hits all of us. Whether it's a day on the job, a round of golf, or just chasing the kids around the yard, pain gets in the way. Here's what I know. Nobody wants surgery, the downtime, the rehab, and the worry if it'll work. That's a tough call. That's why I chose QC Kinetics here in Atlanta. The regenerative treatments use your own body's healing power to help calm the inflammation, repair the damage, and restore your joints naturally. No surgery, no harmful drugs, just real relief. I'm not about to sit out the rest of my life on the bench. QC Kinetics help me, and they can help you get back into the game too.
QC Kinetics. Call today for your free consultation. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
Attention, Antifa, human traffickers, cartels, and woke DAs. With Chris Carr as governor, you won't stand a chance.
I'm Chris Carr. In Georgia, we will prosecute you. It's easy for politicians to talk tough, but I'm the only Republican who put gangs, human traffickers, and Antifa behind bars. I even fought Obama, Biden, and Abrams in court and won. If you're attacking our police or our freedoms, I'll be your worst nightmare.
Chris Carr doesn't just talk tough. Carr had the courage, brought the cases, and locked up the criminals. He has more than 120 gang convictions. Over 200 human trafficking victims have been rescued and seized enough fentanyl to kill 3.5 million Georgians. Carr's taking on the woke left, making crime illegal again. As governor, Chris Carr will keep up the fight and never back down. Chris Carr, governor. Real fights, real wins, real conservative. Paid for by Carr for Georgia.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, it's a warning from TSA officer Yolanda Keaton at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. She says brace for even longer wait times at security.
If we don't get paid on Friday, it's going to get worse. The call-out rate is probably, like they say in Atlanta, about 40%. It's going to climb even higher if we don't get paid on Friday. I guarantee you.
While lines are moving more quickly today at the world's busiest airport, Hartsfield-Jackson General Manager Ricky Smith tells city council members it is not time to relax.
We're spending the time that we have now, what we're calling a reprieve, to refine our line management strategy, to work closely with TSA.
Smith praises TSA workers and says the airport is doing everything it can to help, including free parking and meals for security workers. Wait times today have maxed out at around 60 minutes. You may worry about what happens if you miss your flight because of long TSA lines.
Some of the airlines have been trying to hold departures to help travelers make their flights, and some are also allowing you to rebook at no extra charge. WSB consumer expert Clark Howard.
Airlines don't want people to get discouraged and stop booking travel. So airlines have been doing a better job than normal at working with people trying to accommodate their replacement travel plans.
Clark says always download your carrier's app before you travel. It's the best way to stay on top of flight departure times and gate information. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
70 degrees in Atlanta. Big warm up the next 2 days when a cold front arrives with cooler temperatures. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A South Fulton police officer is accused of sexually assaulting a woman he arrested. Investigators say Officer Michael Sheely Cochran turned off his body cam to conceal his interaction with the victim, but in-car technology played a critical role.
It was determined that when they took off, he took her to an undisclosed location where the sexual assault took place.
Interim Public Safety Director Cedric Alexander says at the time Cochran was responding to a domestic dispute call involving the victim. He is now in the Fulton County Jail. Georgia could become just the second state in the nation to train first responders on how to deal with people with autism.
Following a bad interaction with police, Layla Luna started advocating for states to require specialized training for first responders so they know how to deal with a person with autism. Named in honor of her autistic son Rio, Rio's Law does just that.
Protection is everything, knowledge is everything, and we love our first responders.
The bill also creates a specialized license plate identifying someone in the car as having autism. She believes this legislation will save lives by creating understanding and dialogue. It now awaits Governor Kemp's signature. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Two teenagers are arrested in a Gwinnett County murder case. Glenn Fitzpatrick of Winder and Michael Coker of Loganville are charged with murder in the shooting death of 19-year-old Tavius Threat Jr. last week. Corporal Ryan Winderweedle with Gwinnett Police says flock cameras in the area of the shooting led police to the suspects.
And at some point, we're able to show that both of them were there and were, interacting with the victim in this case on some manner, and ended up, shooting him and killing him.
Both suspects are 18 years old. After a Supreme Court ruling, a federal appeals court in Atlanta takes a new look at an FBI drug raid at the wrong house.
An FBI agent used his personal GPS, which he's now thrown away, to arrest a suspect on Landau Lane, yet agents held a family at gunpoint in a Denville Trace home on the other side of the street. As government attorney Lawrence Ross argued, 11th Circuit Judge Adalberto Jordan pushed back.
Where he was in front of plaintiff's home, not the target home. He looks up.
So the GPS device, according to him, malfunctioned by a block.
300 feet.
A block.
Homeowner Trina Martin says her fight's taking a mental toll, but it's worth it to help others.
They're being held accountable, rightfully so, and I feel optimistic.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, still watching a slow flow into the heart of the city starting in Buckhead. 400 south brake lights find you just south of Lenox, 75 from Moores Mill, and 85 from Cheshire Bridge, Lenox Road. All that just trying to filter into Midtown, where 75, 85 south, it's trying to improve, but you're going to stay pretty slow down to Cortlandt Street. Northbound now, just a few brake lights scattered about between University Avenue and Peachtree Pine Street. How are things looking on I-20 in DeKalb County, Chinwe Maponia Cook?
Somewhat better. No incidents right now, but pretty consistent volume I-20 westbound between Wesley Chapel Road and Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. Eastbound delays are going to take you from Panola back towards the perimeter. Next report in less than 10 minutes from Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening. Temperatures cooling to the upper 40s to low 50s through tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny tomorrow afternoon and warming up quickly into the upper 70s. Sunshine on Friday and very warm, climbing to a high around 84. A cold front dropping down on Friday evening. Just a slim chance of an isolated rain shower. Otherwise mainly dry for Friday night, but cooling down on Saturday and Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 40s. Daytime highs in the mid to upper 60s.
Right now it's 71 in Noonan, 70 in Midtown Atlanta, and 66 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when When it happens, I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Now, listen, here's a scenario. This happens every day in Atlanta. A person gets in a wreck, you file a claim with your insurance, then the insurance steers you to their preferred auto body shop for an estimate. It's a short list. They do this because these places are in bed with the insurance companies. They work with the insurance companies to cut corners on your repairs. Do not do this. If you get sick, do you go where your insurance company tells you to go? If you are hurt in an accident, do you go to an attorney where your insurance company tells you to go? No, you go where you're going to get the best care for you. RJ's Auto Body Plus works in your best interest, not the insurance company. Better service, better parts, and paint. And in most cases, a more timely manner. They'll even come get your car and tow it in. Family owned in Marietta, Georgia by my friends Jeff and Edith. Search RJ's Auto Body Plus or 770-955-5020.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. You'll save time and make the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
A DUI conviction might cost you your license. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
Are you not using your garage door as much as you like because you lost your remote? I mean, I get it. You're embarrassed. You don't want to look dopey in front of the garage door guy, and it's around here somewhere, so it's bound to turn up. Except that was 3 years ago. And now you're parking in your driveway or running through the rain to open it with the keypad, instead of taking advantage of one of the greatest technologies America has ever shared with the world. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians have replacement remotes compatible with every make and model of garage door, whether it's one of ours or not. And since most new cars have openers built in, we can program your car to open your door without a remote, so you can lose your replacement all you want. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll get you sorted out. Now, if you lose your remote and your car, well, we're back to square one.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Congratulations to Joe Lasseter of Flowery Branch. Won 2 tickets to the Black Crows on Saturday, May 23rd at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. I found this interesting because it seems sensible to me. I don't know if Vince Vaughn, Greg, is he somebody's thought of as being center-right or not as left as most actors? I don't know. Is he... George,
I've never really heard much about his politics. I don't think he speaks about it too often.
I think just the absence on big issues from Hollywood. He must be. Remember, he must be on the right.
He supported Ron Paul. Remember, that was a big thing.
So he's libertarian-esque.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Ron Paul was in the Republican Party, but he was like his son. He sort of represents a libertarian strain in the Republican Party.
He was really putting a lot of energy behind that movement. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, I believe that he made some sense here because it's somewhat political, but then he says something at the very end that is actually non-political and very true. He's talking about the late night shows, Stephen Colbert and Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel. And
I'm getting word, by the way. Christina's telling me I don't follow these people, but apparently yes, he's known as libertarian. He says he doesn't align with the Republican or Democrat Party, but because of that, Democrats call him Republican.
Exactly, because that's just the way. If you're not with us, you're against us, right? Lord knows we shouldn't listen to your specific, particular point of view. If you're not with us, you're against us. Anyway, I think it makes a lot of sense about the downfall of those late night shows.
And I think that the talk shows, to a large part, became really agenda based.
Yeah.
They were going to evangelical people to what they thought. You know what I mean? And so people just rejected it because it didn't feel authentic. It felt like they had an agenda. It stopped being funny, and it started feeling like I was in a class I didn't want to take. But if you look at what happened to the talk shows and why their ratings are low, it's got only to do with the fact of what you just said, which is they all became the same show. Yeah.
There you go. That's the non-political. It may have been politics agendas that got them there, but that's not the only way you could have gotten there. And ultimately, the real problem is the last thing he said. They all became the same show. That resonates with me. I don't know, Greg. To me, that resonates that if I want a choice, I want to be able to go, I like Kimmel over Colbert because they do this over here and he does that. Whereas it seemed like for all of them, Fallon brought along at the end through peer pressure. I don't think he really wanted it. He just wanted to have fun. But he kind of ended up through peer pressure having to go along. So through all of it, I think the real thing, and who knows, maybe with the death of linear cable and all that kind of stuff, it was going to happen anyway. But I think it was accelerated when in a 50-50 country, they all decided they were on one side of that.
See, and
then they became that. They all became that.
To that point, and what Vince is saying there, I always thought...
you call him Vince. So.
Yeah, we're buddies.
It's not Mr. Vaughn.
Mr. Vaughn. Mr.
Okay.
Vince Vaughn said there. What I agree is I always felt like Fallon stood out a little bit more compared to Colbert and Kimmel, which they were interchangeable to me. They were always like, when you're watching them, they're going to say the same thing. What's the point? Why? I don't.
And then when we went through the pandemic, when people were really yelling at each other, specifically about issues, right? Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, get a vaccine, don't get the vaccine. In that period of time, I feel like it just became so direct. And I think Colbert I think his show really suffered. Remember the vaccine thing? Where he was dancing with
shots. They're literally
with
people dressed as
hypodermic
shots.
needles
Yeah.
are dancing around him, and they changed it to Vax-SCENE. Join the club.
This worked for him though, because remember when he
Yeah.
first took over that slot, he was trying straight comedy, and it just wasn't working.
No, they almost replaced him with who was the guy who turned out to be a jerk after him? James
Corden.
Corden.
Because he had hit with the karaoke stuff, and that became a YouTube sensation. And there was a moment before Colbert went full politics. I think it was, Trump was just coming down the elevator, so you hadn't switched over. And anything that Colbert did, any bits, got no traction online. And then when he went, we are the resistance, you're right. He did help himself because if you get 3 million people a night, that's a huge audience. And so he was able to be niche for that audience. But overall, I think for all audiences, everybody started tuning out. I mean, I got to tell you, I've watched the Greg Gutfeld thing a couple of times. It's not that it was just different. It was just at the point that the late night shows said, we're politics first. Well, now if I'm going to pick a late night show that has some comedy, I'm going to go with the one with the politics that I believe in, right? So the people who are Fox News people are just like, well, we want to watch a late night show. And I think Gutfeld actually, he has made me laugh in the past. So I was like tuned in, and I'm familiar with some of the writers, and I think that they're pretty funny. But I watched that show a couple of times, and I might make it further through BTS tonight. Now that show had some other problems though that hold it back, but it could win because in the niche audience area, Fox had a larger niche audience than Colbert could pull up with a niche audience. The Gutfeld show, and I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know if it still has this problem. You can't do a comedy show from a news studio. If you comedy shows are done with comedy writers, the whole setup is made for, hey, we got to do an hour tonight. We're going to have the monologue. We got people who write a monologue. We have people who write the bits, blah, 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 blah. And we're talking to 3 guests. We have those people who pre-interview the guests so that we can have a good whatever. To take a news room and say, hey, we're writing comedy now and we're going to do a comedy show, I think that's a little bit of what I feel when I tune into Gutfeld is like, this is not the community of writers and people that you need. Yes, George.
Does he do a monologue and all that?
He does. He sits down.
Format?
Yeah, he sits down while he does it.
Okay.
But he doesn't land the same way. I saw a clip the other day. The jokes just don't hit the same way.
Right. And the
You're
audience,
right, that's the reason.
And the audience, when you go, through most of the time of the Tonight Show, a lot of that audience are just people who are visiting LA and in Hollywood, and so you're bringing in a lot of different types of people who are just kind
Talking about Gutfeld?
No, I'm talking about for these shows, the late night shows. In general, if you're in Los Angeles, you're walking down Melrose, somebody like, hey, you want to go see blah, 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 and that makes up a lot of the shows. You got a lot of different types of people. I think Gutfeld's got a Fox News audience. I haven't looked at it lately, but I would imagine if they scan it, it probably is a little bit older. You know, anybody watching television is older. So even in that sense, so is it an audience that's primed to laugh? You know, when you go to, I went to Letterman a couple of times. I went to a Dennis Miller show thing once when I was out in LA, and the whole thing is engineered to get laughs. From the time you walk in, a performer comes out, he's working with you, they let you know. I saw Letterman a couple of times in the 80s. They let you know when you walk in, you're part of the show. We need you. Your laughter is part of the show. Like, the whole thing is engineered to have a successful comedy show, because that's all they did every day. I don't think
it's contagious when you're there. Even things that aren't that funny.
You want to be
you're
part
sitting
of it.
in that room. You're laughing.
Yeah, and that's engineered to make that happen on a daily basis. Other than, you know, okay, for the last 11 hours we've been doing straight news. Now we're going to do a comedy show, and yeah, you bring in a couple of writers, but the producers are the same. The people who work the cameras are the same. It's a whole different thing.
And because Fox News has such an older audience, my thinking is that they probably just keep it on all the time. So that's why
you're
like
getting,
the ratings
exactly,
end up getting that inflated bubble
and it
there.
did become kind of a thing. Hey, we're going to beat Kimmel and Colbert, right? We're going to be a part of that.
Right.
Like I said, all that being said, Greg Gutfeld has made me laugh in the past. I think he does have a good sense of humor. I just don't think you can do a good comedy show in the middle of a newsroom. Alex Williams says 75 is improving through Marietta.
Yeah, really gotten better quickly here, Eric. All that's left over through Marietta is a tap of the brakes. 75 northbound from South Marietta Parkway up to Highway 5, the Canton Road connector. Had some earlier trouble on Highway 92 in Woodstock, right around Trickham Road. That crash has since cleared. Still some westbound delays. That's all due to sunshine. And 400 northbound, you're tapping the brake pedal, passing the North Springs MARTA station. Looks like some trouble on Roswell Road in Sandy Springs at Trowbridge Road, slowing the ride northbound as you leave Dalrymple Road. What's 85 looking like toward Gwinnett County, Chinwe Maponia Cook?
Just a tap of the brakes on I-85 northbound as you're leaving 285. Going to run into a little bit of merging madness, but once you make it past that, then you just got a couple of tapping of the brakes as you make your way towards Pleasant Hill Road. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Want mega money? Play Mega Millions. Imagine all the exciting things you could do. Mega Millions drawings every Tuesday and Friday. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When you need to know.
This story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications
from your source for news.
Get the WSB Radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
Imagine a world where you can leave the house and take your home Wi-Fi speeds with you. Well, thanks to Xfinity Mobile, it's not just a fantasy. Just picture it. You're at your kid's soccer practice streaming the other game in 4K. Just like that in the airport. Boom. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. I want you to download a cozy family comedy in a snap with Wi-Fi Power Boost. What if the places you had to be felt more like everywhere you wanted to be? That's the magic of Xfinity Mobile. Reliable Wi-Fi and 5G when you need it. Xfinity, imagine that. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more. That's XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus regular rates for 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees extra after promo. Regular rates apply.
My uncle's Maytag washer lasted over 37 years. His motto, buy once, cry once. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello. When I started A1 Garage Door Service, I thought about my uncle's Maytag. Most garage door springs get about 10,000 cycles or 3 to 5 years. Our Max Life springs last over 100,000 cycles. That's a minimum of 30 years. From repairs to upgrades, call A1 Garage Door Service today or schedule online at a1garage.com.
A1 from day one. My wake-up call came 3 years ago.
Like many of you out there, I was savoring some time with my parents. It's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. I remember we were preparing a meal and I saw my dad struggling with a boiling pot on the stove. That was the moment I knew I had to get into action on the home care options for my parents. Have you seen some red flags recently with your folks? Like them struggling with day-to-day tasks, being a little confused, having trouble remembering to take their meds. If your aging parents are showing signs, but they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, please Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta and request a consultative call. It's free and it's a crucial step towards your parents getting what they want and need, allowing you, the child, to do your role and just love them. Google Four Seasons Home Care. That's Four Seasons Home Care.
It's Chris Chandler here from Mark Spain Real Estate. I want you to hear why they are the real estate company I trust. It's not just because they make selling your home easy and hassle-free, give you the strongest cash offer in the industry, but also knowing they've been selling homes for 30 years and sell for an hour. And makes them the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. So if moving time is coming, even if you're thinking about selling, go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
I know it's a simple thought, but we don't need humanoids because we have humans. Simple thought. I don't know what... There's just a weird kind of normalization, all these bots in the city that are delivering things and driverless cars, and the whole thing is to be like a frog in the water as it just slowly begins to heat up. Oh, yeah, we're sharing the world with robots.
But they're cute. The one that brings you your Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they're cute.
They got names.
Driverless cars for no reason.
We had one the other day that came and dropped something off named Sly.
Oh, isn't that nice that they make it so, hey, I'm your buddy.
How does that process go? Do you walk out to it on the sidewalk?
Yeah, it just comes. It literally pulled up right in our driveway and dropped off. Tina got like a little delivery.
Now, how did it get through your gate? You have a
Yeah, it knows how to do that. It knows how to contact it, so that way we can open up the gate from
So
there.
wait a minute, it doesn't have arms, so it can't go
No,
so
but
what does
but,
it do?
But the second it gets to the gate, it alerts us.
It texts you,
and then
basically.
we open the gate for it.
So the whole gate opens up for this little trash can thing to go.
It goes right in.
If it doesn't get kicked over by someone along the way.
Well, I think that happens quite a bit. Are they like Weebles? Do they wobble but they don't fall down kind of thing? Do they get themselves back up, or are they like a cockroach on its back?
I've never really seen them on their side, but they are aggressive sometimes. You'll be walking on the sidewalk, and it will make like a little beep at you. It'll be beep, beep, like trying to get by
beep,
you.
beep to you, pal.
And I'm like, I'm walking here.
Hey,
and then
You
they'll say,
guys are
sorry.
ahead of us down there. In New York, there's not many of those things.
I
at
don't
this
think you
point.
could
They're
with
trying.
all the
They
There's
want
a
it.
lot of foot traffic in areas in New York, especially Manhattan. I don't even know. But anyway, before we get out of here, so one of these humanoids was appearing with the First Lady. I guess introduced the First Lady, and go ahead.
Thank you, First Lady Melania Trump, for inviting me to the White House. It is an honor to be at Fostering the Future Together's Global Coalition inaugural meeting.
You're a machine.
I'm
How can
Figure
you be
3,
honored?
a humanoid built in the United States of America. I am grateful to be part of this historic movement to empower children with technology and education.
Okay, all right. You're destroying
Welcome.
the world. You're destroying the world. is what you're
Welcome.
doing.
You all will die.
Welcome. Yeah. She says it's an honor. I guess, whatever. How can a machine be honored, but think that something's an honor? Right there, you're being played. You're being played to get. Look, I'm not a doom. I don't know why. I'm just saying. These are machines. They don't have feelings. They don't have emotions. They don't know what it's like to be honored by anything. That's for you, so that you'll cozy up to it.
The whole voice, everything about it.
There's
The
no
fact that
need.
It's shaped like a human.
We have, and also, I'm not going to be surprised if I dug enough that one of the investors of that particular company, I will bet you more than one Trump, is on some board, chairman of the board, something.
Or donated to.
Exactly.
Yeah, they gave him a present in one of the delivery machines.
Or that ballroom.
What is, sometimes the simple things sound too simple to be true, but sometimes they are. We don't need humanoids because we have plenty of humans. Humans. That music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up and get the hell out. You know us. We're good people. We do what we're told. Shelley Winter is up next with another great radio show, as usual. We're going to return tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.